Boom, baby.
Oh yeah.
We are live.
Oh god.
So
my match just.
because I'm gonna have to do this later, I'm just
I
gonna
gotta
go ahead
hide
and do this.
my cameras.
Welcome to episode 5 of DieFall. The campaign
already?
is the
Jeez.
aspects. Yeah, I think it is.
It's fine. He just interrupted his intro. Start
I'm
over.
sorry.
It's welcome to DieFall,
over.
the aspects,
Start
episode
over.
5.
Take down the stream.
I am Joel, your DM and host, and I only have 2 of my players here right now, TheCouchBum in the white there in the middle, and then Rob of Bonus Stage Heroes over there on the far right, screen right. So we're going to hang out for a little bit. We're waiting on 2 of our other players, but we thought we'd start on time today. We'll see. We might not get our 4th, and I need him to let me know. He said he would, but we will have Ignas here definitely in a little bit. Vathan may be here later or may not be. He's got to do some dad stuff. Yeah, he's got to be a dad. So he went and dadded.
He's got to dad them all, man.
He's got to dad them all. So we're going to hang out for a little bit, and we're going to talk about the game, and we're going to talk about some stuff that I want to do with the Battle Rager class that I've been thinking about today while at work rather than working, because that's what I do with my life right now.
That looks so weird.
What, that camera placement?
Yeah, because I don't know. I can't just.
it's just different is all it is.
It's because not everybody's here and it's messing it up.
Yeah, so what I wanted to do, and I haven't messed around with it yet because I made a couple extra maps for today, not knowing how far we would get. I want to go to the journal here, of McSwiggins, because I want to take a look at how we're going to handle you being a battle rager and having the abilities of a battle rager, because I don't want to gimp you while you don't have the armor. You know what I mean? The armor is important to like being a battle rager, but I don't want to just like not let you, because at that level as a barbarian, most of them get a second attack in some way, shape, or form, right? So I feel like I'm gimping you if I don't allow you to at least have your bonus action attack that you would normally get.
Gimp him.
Don't
gimp him.
My alcoholism is what gimps me, damn it.
So I think what I want to do with this is, while you don't have the armor, I think I'm going to give you unarmed strike. Like an offhand strike that you can do after striking with your battle axe.
I can be Desdin.
So I'm going to give that, it's a strength modifier, and you're proficient in it, so that works there. Crit range is 20. The damage, I believe I'm going to have it, I think it's like 2 for melee attacks because you're not a monk. So I think I need to look that up real quick, if that's even in here somewhere. I wonder if it's in weapons.
Fully invested now.
Yeah, fully invested.
Sorry,
are you here now?
My match started on this phone game I was playing. Like,
dude, no. Come on, man.
As the stream
Come
started.
on,
I was
man.
like, it's okay, I lost.
Okay, so even improvised weapons deal 1d4 damage. So I think I'll allow that. You can have a 1d4 punch. Okay. And I think that's what your spike does, though. So I kind of want to say it's not as good as like having spiked armor.
It should be a version of whatever that spike damage is.
Right. So you want to call it half? Like let's make it a 1d2, and so you either do 1 or 2 damage.
That's cool.
Whenever you're let's say you might get a good hit or something like that, but let's do 1d2 plus because it's plus your strength modifier anyways.
Let me just pop up.
Or actually, so a regular unarmed strike I think is 1 plus your strength modifier. No, that makes more sense. So 1 plus your strength modifier. Type is going to be bludgeoning. The crit damage is just an additional 1. And I think, there's no saving throw here. There's no save effect. And its description is use a bonus action to strike an enemy. And then we'll just put in melee. I mean, it's pretty obvious what it's going to be, but I think that works there. So I think unarmed strike is what I'm going to give you here.
1d2 bludgeoning.
It's so a regular punch is just 1 fucking damage.
Oh, okay.
So so I'm just going to do 1, but it's also plus your strength modifier. So you will deal, it's going to be 5 damage if you hit with one of these punches.
Got it.
Okay. So with the spike, it's 1d4 plus your strength modifier, right? So like if you ever get to a town or if you find like an improvised spike you want to use in some form, tell me about it. Be like, yeah, I strapped this fucking spike to my arm and I know how to punch bitches with it.
Let's go,
exactly.
Man.
You can do that. That's a thing. You can now do that. You just have to go. You have to find them. You have to do that shit. But I think rage still applies here, right? So rage is still +2. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain +2 to the damage roll. Okay, so we'll make another one here called unarmed strike, and then I'll put some parentheses here and call it rage. So it's the same thing, except it's going to be 1 plus your strength +2, and so that is use bonus action to strike an enemy in melee. There we go. I think that's pretty good there. What's up?
Sound going through my stream.
Oh no! Oh, okay, good. I just checked mine. At least I do. I was gonna be like, "Fuck." What's up, Dice nerds? What's up, Starscream? How you doing, my man? We're kind of going over just some game stuff right now, just to because we're waiting on 2 of our other players. I gotta. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and message Latana real quick, just because he didn't get back to me about whether or not he'd be able to. Let me go ahead and drop him a line here. But other than that, I know we'll have Ignas here in about 15 minutes or something like that. All right, so there's a message for Latana. Okay, so I think we've got your Battle Rager thing figured out for now until you pick up like armor or a spike or something that you can punch some shit with that does more than 1 damage.
Now, well, is he going to lose the unarmored thing bonus?
He will, yeah. So once you have actual armor, you will lose your unarmored bonus, but you will take the AC of whatever that armor is. Full plate armor, I think, is 16 plus dex.
Visual.
What's up?
I just wanted to point out that I know you're giving me like a raging variant.
Yeah.
I can only do that bonus action while I'm raging. So do you just
want yeah. Sure. No, because it still counts as a it still counts as a melee strike with using strength. So you get that bonus. That's a thing. I'm not going to take that away from you. So let me just go ahead and put bludgeoning
I get a rage. What am I fucking thinking?
Yeah, and your crit is going to just be just an extra 1 damage. So you can only do it while you're raging. Is that, is that what I'm hearing?
So what Battle Rager does at 3rd level is
while you're wearing spiked armor and raging.
And are raging.
Gotcha. Bonus action to make a thing. Okay, so cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove unarmed strike without the rage then.
Yeah, it's
easy enough.
Yeah, it's only
easy enough.
While I'm raging.
I know I don't have some of your other stuff with like hand axe and javelin with +2s, but we'll just have to remember that because generally you're just in there with the great axe regardless.
Those are ranged attacks, so they wouldn't even be strength.
I mean, you can use them melee.
Well, I can use them melee, yeah, but I'm just thinking in
generally you're not. If you're in melee, you're probably using that great axe.
Unless I was down a hand, I wouldn't be using a one-handed.
Sure. So it's also something to keep in mind that like you will have to like drop a hand off your axe to be able to strike with your unarmed, right? So like in combat, if someone decides to make a move to like disarm you, I would say if you would use that bonus attack with dropping a hand off your axe, it would be with disadvantage for you to stop that. Okay? Mm-hmm. Just as to be aware that like, yeah, you hit him with an axe, or even if you miss with the axe, but you had to drop an arm to like punch at him, it means that big ass axe is just swinging out there open. So like, let's say someone has a disarming ability or something like that, and it's opposed strength checks. I'd be like, okay, make yours with disadvantage because you don't have 2 hands on the weapon. Mm. That kind of thing. Just to be aware of like how the mechanics of that'll work in game. Anyway, so I think that basically covers that. And then I don't think there's nothing I need to add currently to Desdin's stuff. I think we're okay there. I'm going to go ahead and quick look at that anyways.
I did have a quick question.
Yeah, what's
up?
Are
we good with the tattoo thing that I talked about?
Yeah, of course. That I wanted you to be able to make that decision. So like you can say, oh yeah, but instead I woke up in the morning and I had such and such tattoo. I'll let you. You can describe that while we're in game and stuff like that.
Sure,
That's
sure.
fine. Totally cool. Yeah, and I'm in agreement with why and all that stuff. We're good there. Sorry, audience, you'll find out later, maybe.
If I don't die in my
secrets
sleep.
for everyone. Yeah. Okay, so I think that covers character stuff. But what I wanted to talk about, while I have you guys here, and while I'm just taking a look, making sure all my maps are pretty, which they are. Yes, they look so good today. Okay, the way we didn't get to talk about this last week because a lot of us had to just kind of go right after the game. Are you enjoying the way that the game is progressing? Is the level of combat to role playing balanced enough for you, or would you like one or more of the other? Does it seem like your goals are clear for you right now? Like what? I just looking for some feedback. I mean, we're 5 episodes in. Let's take stock of where we're at. If we need to make any changes, or if the campaign's not satisfying you and what your character needs are, or if it's something I can assuage some fears of, like, yes, we will address that later. We just have a goal currently. Let's do that, and then we'll start looking at whatever else you guys need to be doing. So what's up? Did we like the fog and the little demon battle there? I thought that was really fun. But
I thought it was fun.
Cool.
I really enjoyed it because I enjoyed the chance to roleplay by not knowing how to solve the puzzle.
Yeah. You got to role play being dumb. It's good.
Like,
yeah.
I thought it was funny that.
But what would McSwiggins do? And I was just like, ah!
Yeah. In that battle. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was gonna help Ignas do whatever he was gonna try to do.
Mm-hmm.
Except he didn't tell us what he was trying to do.
Nope, he never said it out loud, and I thought that was really interesting.
It was just like,
considering how
considering
how commanding he is, like in character and in game, it's odd that he didn't just yell it out for someone else to accomplish.
Because he wanted to do it himself.
I think there's a small hero complex there, which is fine. It just might get him killed eventually.
Stature and...
Yeah. He's got this little complex going on.
Complex, man.
Yeah, it's interesting. I thought it was fun. I sort of feel bad about taking the Raging Barbarian out of the fight, like from turn 2.
We would have.
But then again,
it's what happened.
We would have killed them all if you didn't.
It's what happened.
Behind the scenes, there was no end to those enemies. The ones on the screen
I had a feeling
were just the ones there. Yeah. This was a solve the puzzle or die situation because the guy you're dealing with is kind of a dick.
Yeah.
So he's kind of a dick, and he's making his presence known in the area. I don't know if that you guys out of character picked up on it, knowing that it was an aspect. It was Pluto, and he's responding to some of the rumors of his siblings being really active in the area. So he's attempting to he's making his own presence known and trying to exert some power over the area so he doesn't lose as much ground like in the celestial domain to his siblings. Additionally, he might be looking to influence the fray one way or another, right? He's the aspect of lies, so sometimes he doesn't really rely on force too often, but he will, get in people's minds and like do some shit like he was doing with you guys, just bringing shit out into the open and kind of like bringing up past and the things you just don't generally want to deal with. He's all about doing that. So hopefully that was clear that that's who he was and that's who he is. And it's a rare opportunity to actually, you didn't see an aspect, but you got to interact with one, which is huge. The additional of having another interaction that McSwiggins had as well is also a big deal in this world too. Like that's super unusual. So there's got to be something special about this group. I don't know what it is, but I think it's interesting. But
I will say one of my only critiques on everything, and it may very well just be a shortcoming of mine.
Okay.
Is that I have trouble following what the what exactly the purpose of what we're doing is, and I think that might
Sure.
just be me trying to understand this world that you've built.
Okay.
And then immediately just kind of being like, whoa, wait, I don't really have time to think about this. Let me like orient myself and follow the story.
Sure. Okay.
So I personally could use a refresher.
A refresher. Okay, so like let's back it up.
Refresher.
Yeah.
Right. We're in episode 5 now, right? So let's do a little refresher.
No idea what's happening.
Oh well, yeah, it's episode 5. No one has any idea what's happening.
I have,
and we
sort of
still
an idea.
roll we still roll initiative incorrectly. So that's fun. But
Do we really?
Oh,
I'm making digs at player characters that aren't here. It's fine.
I thought you meant we've been doing it wrong, and I'm like, shit.
No. It's I
asked
think
you
it's
what
just,
the
it's funny.
website was just to see what I could.
Yeah, come on, man.
Just to see
Don't
the
do that
rise
to
I
me.
can get out of you.
Bookmark that shit. Oh my god.
It's literally my only bookmark on my browser because
That's
it's
awesome.
a fairly new computer.
Can you DM me that?
Can you just send me that I need that website.
I don't use.
Come on, man.
I don't use bookmarks.
I bookmark everything. Like my fucking top toolbar on Chrome right now looks like I fucking downloaded every old toolbar known to mankind. Duzen, what's up, my man? So it's just bookmark after bookmark of like D&D shit up there right now. It's just pages of that.
Desdin, how's it going, man?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey,
Again,
he's in my chat. Hey, there he is.
there he is.
I was about to say, I was about to call him out for not being in my chat.
Yeah, we're just hanging out. We're waiting on at least the third player character, and we're still up in the air on whether or not the fourth is going to be able to make it. I didn't get a response here, but I know he was going to be on the road and stuff like that, so he might be a little late if that's the case. And I kind of know what I'm going to do with him if that's what happens.
I'm just gonna throw all my webcams as they are.
Nice. I kind of have like a secondary thing going on since we tend to have a lot of missing people at the very beginning.
God,
you know what? At least you two are on time every week.
The just in case setup.
Yeah,
I need to make setup for each like number of people we have.
Yeah, I know, right? I need to recreate overlays just so I can have the right number of people.
This is totally unrelated to what we're talking about.
Go for it, man. We're just hanging out at this point.
I had a case of how important it is to have a backlog today.
Oh, really?
Rich and I can't record this weekend, and we are like down to the wire on like Mario Odyssey and Star Fox.
Yeah.
And Ashley and I attempted to record a video.
Was it more
I
Barbie?
want to say like a month ago.
Because that was
that
fucking hilarious.
That Barbie video, that has been
my
sitting in
God.
my file for like a month, and I was never going to use it.
Dual wielding swords Barbie, but she can't hit anyone.
Great.
She scares them away with her sword wielding ability.
So
I was like,
it's such a
what the
shitty
fuck
game.
is this game? It's amazing. I love it.
Ashley
you guys
was
need to go
totally
check that out.
invested, and then by the end of it, she was like, "Oh, let's not do this again."
Yeah, this game's shit. It's clearly terrible.
We weren't gonna play that, or we weren't gonna upload that, and I was just like, "I need a fifth video." Barbie.
Yeah. Dude, I feel bad about it. Yeah.
Barbie live stream.
Yeah, Barbie live stream.
Do it.
Barbie
Dude,
live.
I don't give a fuck.
Dressed as Barbie.
I'll do it. I don't give a fuck.
TRs and everything, man. That'd be amazing.
Hell yeah, dude. Anyway,
Awesome.
so
I expect that next time.
Oh yeah, you want to do some of the. Let's do a recap.
yeah,
Let's do a solid recap.
Yeah.
We're 5 episodes in.
genuine story so far.
Yeah. So the story so far. Last time on Dragon Ball Z,
Goku.
Goku. We started in a town, not necessarily city. It's a kind of a well-sized town called Sparrow's Crossing. It's the home of a contingent of rangers, I guess I would. I'm bringing out my other notepad here. Sorry, because I got to go back a couple episodes. It's home to a contingent of rangers known as the Sparrows, which are this arm of the military in the country of Andis that come from the city of Whitehall. Whitehall is the capital city of Andis, and that would be something you guys would know. And Sparrow's Crossing is kind of like the farthest town north possible before you enter the spine of Eladin, which is like it's the enormous mountain range that spans miles and miles and miles. And so it kind of sits on the edge of that. You guys noticed it was about a 3-day walk still, even though the mountains were so enormous in front of you anyways. It still took you some time to get from Sparrow's Crossing all the way up to the spine. So we entered the game with 3 of you being involved in a discussion with the captain of the Sparrows, right?
Yeah.
And now I gotta go all the way back and find out what the hell his name was, because we haven't
Commander
talked about him. Belfris, yeah, that's right. So Commander Belfris had basically requested emissaries from different tribes in the region to discuss what they were going to be doing in the Southlands here, to handle this increased activity from the Greyskins, right?
Yeah.
The orcs and the goblins. And things like that, and it was being noted that it's really odd they were like working together, and it seems that the orcs seem to be leading some goblin contingents, and it's out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
And so during this preliminary discussion, what could amount to a fireball went off in the back of the building, killed a bunch of people, set the house on fire, and we kind of lost track of where Belfris was and what was going on. So Ignas, McSwiggins, and Vathan, who were the representatives there for their respective tribes, ran out of the building to find a lone monk, Desdin, who was defending a woman who seems to have broken her ankle from a small contingent of goblins. So after dispatching those goblins, you guys decided to proceed northwards because Ignas was being really pushy about going home and letting his father know, the ruler of the city of Jewels, Erdrick. And so you guys went north, got to the gate, and found that it doesn't look like the orcs and goblins are done, and a bunch of them were heading straight down the main northern road to basically finish off the town with however it was. It was already on fire. It was a mess. So Belfris pops out of the side, and him and a small contingent of archers start taking shots at this small army running down the road, and he yells to you that he needs you guys to go west. He says, "Go west, it's clear, go west." So you guys go back into the town, go out the western gate, and after a brief show of immense strength from... we're getting more people. Excellent. And after a brief show of strength from McSwiggins, who lifted off the bar and opened the door, you guys went out into the woods.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Excellent.
God,
Welcome.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
1 sec, bathroom.
Yeah, no worries, man. We're just talking. So you guys went west and kind of got out of the way, right? You could see the smoke and the fire from the city, and there didn't seem to be anything you guys could do about it, right? So after some traveling and some fighting with wolves and narrowly avoiding more goblins and orcs, who seem to have been tracking you, you made it to the Silver Needle tribe, which was the elf tribe that Vathan had been staying with, and who Elder Haman had, the leader of the Silver Needle tribe, had asked Vathan to go participate in the humans meeting, because that tribe tends to be pretty insular and doesn't really interact with a lot of the humans in the area. They respect the sparrows for their abilities, but they don't like going into town, right?
Okay.
Welcome back.
All right.
So we're doing episode 5. We're doing a recap since we were waiting on everyone. So I'm basically going through the story thus far, so we all know what's happening, what's happened, and what the current goal seems to be. And then we can kind of proceed from there. So just got finished talking about how you guys escaped Sparrow's Crossing in the beginning, and made it to the Silver Needles tribe, where you stayed there with Elder Haman for a day, and then started heading north to the mountains and the spine.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still in the cave, though?
Yes. After a brief delay of getting lost and fighting some twig creatures, you guys you decided to take the smuggler's passage to Erdrick.
My brain's a little fried.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead and get settled, man. I'm literally just doing a recap for episode 5 of what's happened thus far. Okay, so you guys decide to take the Smuggler's Road after a caravan incident, some nailing some skulls into a wall, and a brief respite up on a cliff's edge. You find the Smuggler's Cavern behind an illusory wall, and after some negotiating, you were allowed passage into the spine and into the Golden Eagle's Smuggler's Passageway. So you guys have been walking around there, and there were some traps, and then there was an interesting sight with an entire column of goblins that had been seemingly taken out by one of their own. And after investigating that area, there was a voice that contacted you in a fog that enveloped you, and it seemed like you were transported to a different world, area, plane. You're not necessarily sure. There was a being there that seemed to have possessed a goblin and was communicating with you guys individually, different things about your past or secrets or lies, and was kind of just bringing them out to light to kind of give you a little mental scare, right? He then challenged you to a riddle and sent a bunch of demons after you. After narrow
to death.
Yes. So after solving the riddle, and Ignas was the one to solve it. And
dude who
it was pretty close,
attacking the goblin with no regard for whether or not it was actually taking any damage.
Doesn't matter. He's a raging barbarian. That's his job. That is his job.
Baby.
His one goal in life is hit shit, and he was doing it well.
Best act.
He was doing it well. Yeah. So after solving the riddle and narrowly escaping the death by 1,000 fiends, you seem to have been transported out of the fog and into a different area. You're not necessarily sure if it's further. You assume it's further down the passage from where you were going because it doesn't look familiar. And you guys take a rest because you're pretty beat up. So this episode starts with you guys waking up from the rest. Some of you had interesting dreams, aspects contacting you, the elements seeming to feel a little more malleable. And a wolf showed up. Vathan made this weird contact with a wolf in this cave that just shouldn't really be there, but it seemed like it had been tracking him for some reason for a long period of time. You're not really sure how long. So you've just woken up. Luckily for you guys, McSwiggins had been able to find more of the markers for the Golden Eagles, confirming that you were still on the correct Smuggler's Passageway. So you're not lost in this cavern anymore. It seems like you're still on the correct path forward. So we come back down into our game here.
Start actually streaming.
Do what?
I should start actually streaming.
Oh yeah, come down into our game here, and everyone is waking up. You've all gotten acquainted with the wolf that Vathan now has, unnamed. It's still very skittish around you, but seems to have taken to Vathan very well. Good morning. Vathan is currently not with us, so I will be playing him. But again, more as a background character to see if Latana does get to message me and tell me if he's going to make it or not. He said he might be an hour late or he wouldn't be able to make it. So as of right now, I'll be playing Vathan, but I will be taking the back seat here, him and his wolf. So what would you guys like to do? It is quote unquote morning. You actually have no idea what time it is because you're in a cave. But you were able to take your long rest. So go ahead and re-up all your hit points if you haven't already, your rages, your hit die. If you've spent them, you get half of the total back. And take some rations because you gotta eat. Desdin, I'm not sure if you popped a torch last time, but if you haven't, go ahead and start looking at torches or relighting the fire while you're sitting around it, that kind of thing, so you can see. And yeah, let's begin our game.
All right, so
Take a piss.
As is tradition.
I'm going to
I
pop a
hope you're gonna
torch.
dig a hole first.
But something
I
different
still
this
like that it
time.
works over there.
When I pop the
Okay.
torch, I feel closer to the flame.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, Desdin, you have something from your dream. You have a marker left on you. What happened?
Well, after I pop my torch, I kind of stretch, do a little stretchy in the bend.
Mm-hmm.
I notice like there's like a marking on my arm. So I look at it, not too close with the torch. I don't want to burn myself. Follow
Yeah.
it up my robe or whatever I'm wearing, my monk clothes,
Yes, your
And it goes
tattered
across-
monk clothing.
and it goes across my chest and all the way down, like I guess my other leg. It's just like a Hold on, wait, hold that thought.
I'm holding with bated breath. Absolutely holding.
I can't. Ah, crap! I can't remember. What color was the dragon that I chose?
It would be like a sky blue.
Okay, so the marking is a sky blue dragon across my body.
Excellent, excellent. So like kind of in the you would say the like Oriental style of being like a long, thin dragon,
Kind of
or
maybe
or-
like a yeah. Well, yeah.
Most dragons in the Dungeons and Dragons world are like thick. Like they're the like four-legged, big ass winged.
Sure, but
They're beefy fucking dragons. But I mean, you can make it whatever you want it to be.
then it's whatever the shape of the dragon is.
Okay.
It's on my body in some fashion.
Sure. Let's. So it's a sky blue marking that seems to start down by your wrist. And
I was gonna say penis, but
okay. Well, you had gestured at your arm, so I'm gonna go with arm.
yeah.
And it seems to be this. It's just scales. It is this blue scales, but not like snake scales or an alligator or something like that. It's distinctively something that would come from a dragon. So it's dragon scaling in this sky blue color that runs up your arm and comes across your chest where it widens out, and there's the large head and mouth of what would be the wind dragon. So it would come down and then kind of sit on your side here. So it's like the neck would have come across your arm and across your body, and then the head rests on your chest and torso area.
Yes.
At least that's how I see that existing.
That's how it is.
Perfect. And it is a beautiful pearlescent sky blue. It even seems to have the reflective properties of the scales themselves that they would have if they were real. So when you see them, you look down and you have to make sure that the divisions of this scaling isn't actually scales on your body. You touch your skin and try to feel the creases, and you're like, oh, okay. It's just really pretty. It's very, very well done. And it seems to have appeared on you overnight while you were sleeping and meditating on this new feeling that you have, where you feel like you can pull threads of the elements out of the air and turn them into something else. So that's what you see. Do you attempt to hide this marking from your friends, or do you act surprised and kind of gesture at it and be like, look at this shit, what happened here?
I think I don't go out of my way to point it out. I'm like, oh.
So the part under, if you wanted to like see all of it, you'd have to disrobe at least the top portion,
Right.
which with the fire in your arms and these guys being able to see in the dark, they're noticing. You guys see pearlescent sky blue scales and a big ass dragon head just sitting on it looks like it was carved into him, and it comes to life out of him. Yeah.
Okay, the elf got a wolf. You got a tattoo. Do I get something?
Are you asking the DM or are you asking in general?
I just look at him and shrug.
Give you a drink.
I will take one.
Of your piss.
You're actually, McSwiggins, you've been out of drink for a couple days now. We went over that. Your flask has been
that's
empty.
right. I remember.
Yeah, you finished off what was left of the silver run from the Silver
Yes.
Needles tribe, and yeah, Yeah, you are drinkless and nursing
Oh, this
probably a
is
pretty good headache because you can't get that little nip in.
It's
You're also
about
nursing a headache for
many years worth of hangover.
yeah, they're all piled up. Additionally, you have some other brain issues from the dreams that you had last night that you didn't sleep so well. So you're also dealing with that this morning. Ignis was
I amend what I say to Rel. I'd offer you a drink, but
yeah, there you go. That works.
and then I kind of growl, and then I look at the monk and you need a torch, or you good?
I'm good.
You've ignored the tattoo on his body. Okay. You got your own issues right now. I understand.
Yeah, I
that.
kind of glance at it, and I'm just whatever.
Okay.
Well,
McSwiggins is in a mood. It's good.
we know where we're going.
McSwiggins?
Now I forget what the orientation of the symbols was, but I'd like to explain it to them.
Sure.
Kind of explain what I found.
During McSwiggins' watch, he was able to find evidence of stoneworking that wouldn't have been natural throughout the cave. And upon following some of these markings, he was able to find different markers of the golden eagles, which was that like 3 prongs in the front and then the one on the down low. It's basically like the eagle's talon is wide open, right? So he was able to find those, and he gestures down to one of the openings at the end of the cavern, out of your eyesight right now. But he gestures down in that direction, and he says, "I found the marker over that way." And yeah,
Let's get moving. I want to be out of this cave as soon as humanly possible, or normally possible.
sure,
You and me both, my Nomi friend.
okay. So do you like stamp out the fire that you had and kind of just?
I just start
going?
walking over that direction.
Okay.
I'll let him go first.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a brief marching order here. I'm gonna say right now, Vathan is in back with the wolf.
Yes.
Okay. So
I am in front, just kind of.
McSwiggins is leading.
Along.
And
Actually,
doesn't.
Behind him.
I look at the fire, and I kind of feel it,
Yeah.
and I just, for whatever reason, I just reach out and extinguish it with my superpowers.
With your super, but so you guys watch as Desdin has this interesting look of concentration on his face. The normally expressionless and stoic monk, he's got some focus to him now, and he's staring at the fire, and he extends his left hand here that has the scaling all on it, and he focuses on the fire. And you watch as the flames seem to suck up towards his hand, swirling, wrap around his arm, and then just like enter his body and just disappear. And all of a sudden, the fire is out, and it seems to you guys that he is extinguished it in some way where the fire came into him.
And then
Okay.
my eyes widen a little bit, and I under my breath I say Rashi.
Hey. I thought you were a monk, not a mage, but good to know.
Good.
You're full of tricks, huh? I just keep walking.
And I guess I follow the gnome.
Sure. Yeah. So we'll say the marching order is McSwiggins, Ignis, Desdin, and then Vathan and his wolf. So yeah, you proceed down the cavern for a time. Can I get a quick, let's call it a survival roll from the leader of the pack here.
I just realized my mic wasn't on for the stream.
Oh man,
I'm back.
I've been picking you up, so well there you go. But an 18, yeah. So simple enough. You are now really in tune with what the markers are for this cavern. You know exactly what to look for on the smuggler's passage about like the travels of footfalls over regular amounts of time, or carts, or even the pack animals that they had been using. It's easy for you to find now. So you were successfully leading them in the correct direction. And so some time passes. It's a couple hours. There doesn't seem to be anything happening. It's just a slow walk through the cave. So at that point, so Desdin, you would need to use one more torch here, just to keep up with the time if you wanted to be able to see. I think actually at this point in time, let me read your. I think you might be able to do something here with your new abilities. So let me read your sheet real quick.
Sure. I can light a torch, but I'm assuming if one burns out, I can't relight it.
Instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire. Yeah. Yeah, because you can yeah, never mind. You can only manipulate the fire and put it into a shape for 1 minute. So I was gonna say, like, if you could hold it for an indefinite amount of time, and maybe that's something you can do later. But yeah, right now, so are you practicing lighting these torches with your newfound ability?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys watch as one of these torches starts to die down, and Desdin places it on the ground, pulls out another one, and he seems to like he concentrates on the torch. And these sparks start swirling around his hand and then shoot over to the torch, and it immediately lights on fire. Desdin, to you, this feels like when you focus on it, you feel the heat in the air, and you start pulling those threads out of the air and focus them into a certain direction. And so as you've pulled out these concentrated pieces of heat, you light your torch.
I'll just look at it. Okay.
So casual about it, man.
I'm not
fucking Avatar over here, and he's just casual as shit.
I'm as you said, a stoic monk.
It's true.
You must
are.
have had an interesting night.
Yeah, are you guys conversing? It's been an hour. You're just walking in silence. What's?
Yeah, I've been kind of lost in my own thoughts.
Okay.
Kind of unusually quiet for McSwiggins.
Yeah.
Every now and again, I kind of glance at the cloth on the red cloth I have tied around my left arm.
You know what? I'll just say to him, if you can throw that at an enemy, if not, maybe we can make some money if you do tricks for the public masses.
Desdin, do you respond to him?
Talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say? I'm sorry, I was looking at something.
If you can throw that at an enemy, great. If not, maybe we can make some coin performing tricks for the masses.
I'll just look at him.
Okay, cool. Desdin keeping to form of just looking at people, and just I just want to know what the mental dialogue of Desdin is at these points in time. This doesn't have like. If you ever feel so inclined, I really want to know what Desdin thinks of like Ignis in his brain when he looks at him.
He pretty much
what does he
he's
think?
an idiot.
Okay. So he looks down at the gnome, and in his brain he's just like fucking blowhard, and just kind of keeps walking. Yeah. Okay, I love it.
The dwarf, whatever his name is, McSwiggins. He thinks he's pretty funny, but also an idiot.
Good.
He has more respect for the elf than anybody else.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So if you ever want to like explain a mental dialogue or something like that they don't necessarily hear, it definitely adds for us as players to learn more about Desdin, which I love. So, yeah, you guys continue onwards, torch lit, in this nice and interesting fashion, and so let's see, McSwiggins, you're leading the pack here. So you're focused on basically finding the markers of the golden eagles and making sure you're on the right track. Perfect. So the second in line here is Ignis. Yep. Ignis, can you make a perception check for me, please?
I can fail it if that's what you mean.
I would love that. Go ahead.
Is there another pit you're gonna fall in?
Wow.
Advantage, didn't I?
Holy moly. Yeah, you roll with advantage, but we'll just take the first roll. So he rolls a 7. That's... I mean, it's not a 1, but it is a 7.
Sure isn't.
So I'm gonna do something over here because let me go ahead and click on these guys.
Just in case he kills
super
you.
Complicated maze to appear on the map and.
Yeah, right. Let me see if I have these guys set up correctly. Okay. So I'm gonna have them make a roll here.
Who?
Oh wow, this is amazing. So
Oh my
you
God.
actually hear something.
Okay.
Yeah. You hear
With
hear
a
noise.
7.
Yeah. So you hear this like kind of low, and it seems to be coming down the cavern from you, and the hallway that you're walking down. It's these low guttural voices. I'm not sure if you understand them. I don't think you.
Unless it's similar to Goblin, I wouldn't.
It is similar. But it is more guttural and harsher.
So basically,
But you do hear that coming down
basically Japanese compared to Korean.
Sure, why not? But you hear that coming down and it seems to be reverberating off the walls down the next bend. Oh, there you go. What do you do with that knowledge?
I'm just gonna stop and slay him. Hey, guys! Heard something. Just stop. Wait.
I immediately unsheath my.
Your axe? Okay. That's fine. So do you guys try to stop and listen, or Ignis, do you tell them what you hear?
Oh yeah. So I heard an orc saying something up ahead. I don't know what they were talking about, but I don't think they're going to be friendly.
Okay.
And I'll get out my weapons too.
Okay. Desdin, do you make any preparations here, or?
I'll just ready my staff in one hand while I'm holding the torch in the other still.
Sure. Vathan knocks an arrow. And do you guys just continue walking, or do you try to do it quietly? What's the play?
I'd say we should sneak up on him.
So the group in agreement with that? Anyone?
Do I look
How
like
about
I'm
this?
sneaky to you?
Those of you that want to go quietly, please make stealth checks. Okay.
All right. Wait a minute. What kind of stealth modifier do I have anyway?
I'm gonna go ahead and roll for Vathan here. Vathan crits it.
Dang.
Yep.
Okay. Can we just let him stealth ahead? Give us some info.
Oh, both of you crit.
No, it was decided that you guys were gonna go together. You need to decide that prior to making these checks.
Then, since we got a crit, I'm just gonna let them go up ahead and bring us back some info.
Okay, so the original plan here, and this is the reason you're making the check, is because you guys decided to go together.
Oh, fine. I will roll this and fail it. Watch. What the crap?
Oh,
Everyone crit so
nice
far.
fail, Rel. Jeez.
it's all on you, Swiggy.
I can't
Rel.
fail at failing. My
Hey,
God.
I wasn't in the check.
No, I know. Rel,
Yes.
I just want to clarify why I'm doing this.
I know.
You don't know what they rolled in the game.
I know.
You don't know. So you have to stick with what you said you were going to.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to make one more roll here for the wolf, which is this. So an 18. McSwiggins, you said you were not going to stealth, yeah?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So you guys proceed around the corner. 4 of you being extra quiet, having no, you barely make a sound. As you approach the bend, you guys can start hearing this really guttural, and then a kind of a little higher pitch one. And you really don't know, you don't really know what's happening because none of you understand them, but you start to make your way around the bend. So you come around the corner, and it's into this kind of an open area with some columns of stalactites and stalagmites in the area, and there's a little raised area over to your right, and you can see down the way. I believe you can actually see it here. Hang on a second. Let me go ahead and see if you guys would be able to see it. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Right there. So. You eventually get close enough, and and you can see a group of orcs, so basically looking down into a hole and gesturing down into the hole, and then gesturing at each other and like hitting each other. And they seem to be yelling down into a hole, and then there seems to be noise coming up out of the hole. So there's the low guttural like, and then out of the hole comes, and they seem to be trying to figure out what to do with the thing that's in the hole. McSwiggins, you've come around the corner, and you're not trying to be stealthy. The orcs do immediately notice you. Because their passive perception is enough to see you. Obviously, you're not trying to hide. And so they turn and look at you and draw their weapons and start like bellowing at you. Pretty much. You don't know if they see the other people, but you feel like you're pretty well hidden. So what we're gonna do here, since there's not really anyone sneaking up on this, is we're gonna go ahead and we're going to jump to a map and roll initiative. Yeah, so let me go ahead and
initiative, suckers.
fix my map here. I will get your orcs on screen in a moment.
We are not, like, the people who stealthed are not revealed.
So revealing is general. So what I would say for this situation is, if you are stealthing, go ahead and pick your location near where you're at right now. So like for me, I'm gonna say Vathan came up here with his wolf kind of behind this here. So they're technically hiding behind something, right? So to stealth, you have to be able to like hide.
I see a black screen with my dude on it.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta fix yours because you're holding a torch. Yeah, hang on. So let me go ahead and bring all these guys to the correct layers here. And Desdin, I will fix yours in a moment.
Sure.
So you emit a light of like, I think it's 30 feet with dim at 15. And you have sight? Okay. Because you're holding a torch. Can you see now?
Yep.
Okay, excellent. So you see these three orcs kind of around this hole over there. And let me make sure that we can see everything. Yep, cool. And I'll go ahead and bring up the initiative tracker. And so yeah, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Those of you that are stealth, go ahead and pick your location on the map.
Okay. Hang on, let me roll real quick before I forget.
So McSwiggins, you're there. You walk straight down the fucking road there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Dang it. Where's my guy? Is that my guy? Yeah, that's my guy. Right?
Little dude holding the torch.
That has to be my guy because I'm the only other one.
What do you? I don't know what your screen looks like.
Not me, and this must be me.
Okay. Is it you?
Yeah. Just hang on. I think I got it.
Okay.
Can you click on them?
Yes.
Then it's you.
There. Great. Okay. Sorry. I'm
excellent. Cool.
Been working all day.
So let me go ahead and I need to roll for these orcs here. Let me go ahead and pop out their little sheet.
Okay.
So I look good on our tracker.
Where I'm at.
Go ahead and roll that.
Because they take out their weapon, I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's cute.
That.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then there's an additional one that I will go ahead and roll for here.
All right. So you said I should pick where I'm at?
Yeah, if you were stealthing, go ahead and pick the location that you were at.
Okay,
yeah, I can't see anything. So.
Oh wow.
You still have a radius of sight though, yeah? I think in the case of you holding the torch, like if you're standing out in the open like that, they see you.
Well,
You're
I'm not
seeing.
torch, though.
Well, I thought they were.
No. Talking about
have,
Desdin.
Night vision, anyways. So.
They have dark vision, but the thing is, if you're holding a torch to dark vision, that is a beacon.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm not stealthing even.
So I don't think you're stealth unless you're making a definite attempt to hide the light or or something like that. Ignis, standing on the front side of that, you're wide in the open there, buddy.
Oh,
So
I, don't know
I wouldn't call you
are.
hiding. Well, can you see the 3 orcs up on your map there?
I can only see 2 of them, but that might have been the light level.
Well,
Okay,
wait a minute. Let me zoom out.
Actually, you might not be able to see that. I think McSwiggins might be the only person that can see them at the moment.
I can see 2 of them.
But because you're
okay.
Because you're okay, yeah. So move back.
All right.
Yeah. Because you're sneaking, you need to find a place that you would be sneaking in.
All right.
McSwiggins has seen them.
There, just there. That's it. Done.
Perfect. The orcs have noticed him. We have rolled initiative. Let me go ahead and make sure it's all in the correct order.
Stream. That's like cheating.
It is actually cheating, but no, it's fine.
I looked and then I was like, ah.
It's like I can whisper rolls to myself, but you can still see them on my stream.
No,
McSwiggins, you rolled really well. So even though you're out there in the open and you don't really get a surprise round, you get to make your move here, bud. So yeah, go ahead and let me know what you're doing.
Get my character sheet. My computer is doing the weirdest thing right now, where my taskbar and backgrounds have just completely disappeared.
So can you like increase the vision radius on my character? Because I should have 60 feet of dark vision.
I know I made some choices about how dark vision functions, because it's kind of ridiculous at how it works.
Dark vision is basically
you have dark vision.
See things in.
Like, hang on. I have yours backwards. I'm sorry. So it should be 60-30. Maybe that helps.
Okay.
I think I had them backwards. Yep, I did. I did.
That's an interesting way of doing things.
Oh my god!
Oh, should mine be different then too, or?
Yeah, I'm changing yours right now. Yep, I had them. Cool. I had all of them backwards. I'm sorry. I thought they were like first increment, second increment. It was not.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a nifty function.
Yeah, and then Desdin is kind of screwed here because the torch only emits 30 feet of light.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, and I've got my great axe out.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and go right up to this sucker. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I am going to attack him.
Sure, sounds good. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh wow, almost clicked rage. That'd be nice, but I don't have it.
Oh, did you not rage on the way in?
Raging.
Okay. So you roll a 14, which is enough to hit. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh.
So you're currently not raging, but you run up to him with your little dwarf legs, and you bring your axe around and you really bite down into his shoulder, and he goes, "Rrr!" And he's like kind of waving around a little bit. Yeah, okay, cool. You deal him, what was that? 12 damage?
12.
Okay. He's still up, but he looks severely wounded. You cut real deep into the like collarbone, clavicle area down into his chest, and he's looking kind of roughish. Okay.
That'll be my turn.
That's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. So then this orc that is in front of you, it is now his turn. He is going to go ahead and try to strike you. He pulls out his own axe, and he's going to attempt to strike you with it. He rolls a 16.
Yep, that'll hit. They get advantage?
No. It auto rolls with advantage, and I haven't toggled it off.
I see.
Yeah. So just take the first number, 16.
So you're just taking. Okay.
Enough to hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so he rolls damage, and you take 8 slashing damage across the chest as he he's reeling, and he pulls out his axe and he swings it back at you and kind of catches you in the chest a little bit. So that would be his turn. Ignis, it is now your turn. You're coming out of a stealthed position here. They have not noticed you. So go ahead and make your move, and I'll let you know what happens.
Do I get any particular advantage for attacking from stealth?
Yes, you do. That was what I was going to tell you. So if you would like to move, go ahead and move. Their attention seems to be completely focused on the dwarf in front of them.
Okay, so let me just check range. I think I can technically still. Is it? Wait. 1 sec. Move. Nope. Wrong tool.
Yep. Click
There we go.
the other tool.
Okay. All right, so 45. I'm pretty sure that's within my range. You know what? I'm gonna go. How far can I go? Yeah, I'll go over here. This doesn't count as difficult terrain, does it?
No, you're walking over. The terrain is fine. Just be
one.
aware of
And like
where
from this square, I'd be able to
going.
Shoot without like any obstructions or anything.
No, that would be an obstruction. You're a short guy.
Okay, I'm just thinking about this rock here.
Yeah, so it's also the rock. It's the rock and the stalagmite you're standing next to.
Would be an obstruction.
Yeah. Because so this stalagmite that you'd be in front of, and the one that you're in front of right now, is already tall enough to be an obstruction to you.
All right, so I basically have to move around here, or wait, move like here, for example, to get an unobstructed shot at all three of them.
I mean, you could shoot from here.
Right, but
literally next to you.
Well, all right.
You're outside of the range of where this stalagmite is being built up.
All right, I'll just move over here and just take a shot at this sucker.
Sure, the one right in the middle.
Yeah, I think he's in range of the crossbow. The crossbow range is what, 80?
What does your sheet say?
80. Yep.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Go ahead and roll.
Make this the first time I ever make.
Oh, hey, by the way,
crossbow. Yes,
you roll with advantage because you are coming out of stealth.
I can maybe get a hit, or I get double ones.
A 22, yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay.
Luckily, you had that advantage; otherwise, it would have missed wildly.
Thank God I have advantage. Okay.
Whacked me in the head.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. You know what? I totally
Roll
forgot.
damage?
5 damage. That's respectable.
Yep. So you step out from the side of this stalagmite, take aim, and squeeze. He doesn't seem to notice you, and he ends up taking that bolt straight through the middle of the head, and it is enough to kill him. He falls backwards. Actually, I'm gonna do a thing here where so he's at 0 now. We're gonna go ahead and mark him as dead. We're gonna see which direction he falls, and if he falls into the pit. So I'm gonna do a what is that? 1d.
I hope not. That was related to
2,
the
3,
next
4,
turn.
5, 6, 7, 8. So we're gonna roll a slash roll a 1d8 to see which direction that he falls. So he falls in the fourth direction here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So okay. So he kind of falls that direction.
Oh.
So he doesn't seem to fall into the pit. But anyway, yeah, you got a nice clean shot on him. You killed the first orc here. Excellent. Desdin, it is now your turn. You're holding a torch.
I have a question about the limits of my elemental attunement.
Sure. Yeah. Let me go ahead.
I can move. I can create a shape out of one of the elements. Can I move that to an area specific on the map?
More importantly, can he form a middle finger?
What I want to do is I want to form a shape with the fire from my torch and then move it to an area where I can see.
To fit within a 1-foot cube to shape itself in a crude form, you designate for 1 minute. I would say that you would be able to do that and then throw it somewhere.
Okay.
And it would maintain what it is.
Okay. I guess that would take my entire turn, right?
Yes, that would take your action.
Okay, I want to do that with. I'm gonna make something random shape with fire, and throw it in the direction that McSwiggins ran off to.
Make a middle finger.
Go ahead and ping this square. Let's say, I mean, you'd be able to throw it at least 30 feet, no problem. So
right,
let's go ahead and take a look at So you can throw it anywhere near McSwiggins relatively easily from where you're standing.
I'm gonna throw it right there.
Okay, right there. Okay, sure. So let me go ahead and.
I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Also, I got to restart
you.
my stream. I'm dropping frames bad.
Oh no. So I'm dropping this little thing in here. This is going to represent the fire. And so it'll emit light in a similar fashion. It'll be let's call it this 15.
I kind of jump at that, like it surprises me, like oh.
Yeah. So Desdin, because you threw this fire, you no longer have dart or any sight from there. So this is, you should be able to see. Wait, hang on. Let me make sure you can see the fire. There we go. Let's see. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so that is what you see now, because you have now moved the fire off of your torch and thrown it the area McSwiggins is in. There is now a 1 foot by 1 foot like cube of roiling flame next to you, McSwiggins.
I'm glad I didn't hit you with it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, 30 feet is not far enough that I would say, yeah, you can't toss it that far. I mean, the gnome can throw things 30 feet, so I think you're fine. You still have your movement and a bonus action if you can use it.
I can't use my bonus action because I have to attack first, right?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Where are
I
you
don't know.
anyway?
Let's see.
Is he behind the pillar? Like I can't
No,
see him.
Is that because your line of sight is blocked by a pillar? Yes.
Okay. Just wanted.
That'll do it.
Those are definitely
That's what
pillars.
the black things are? I never knew
Yeah,
that.
that's the shadow.
I thought it was just a shitty map that Joel picked.
Wow. Okay. No, you actually have lighting, and it's
Oh,
nice.
shots fired.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm just kidding,
So
man.
you
if
happen
I
to
lose
lose your
anything,
bonus
if I
action this
lose
turn,
anything.
and let's see.
I'm pretty sure I have to attack first to get my bonus action.
Yep. When you use an attack action with unarmed strike or monk weapon, you can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action. Yeah, but you can still move.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up here by him.
Sure.
Yeah, like right here. Over here.
Whoa. I know you have a lot of movement, but I'm gonna check how far that was. 30 feet. Yeah. All right. Cool. Perfect.
I could go farther. Jeez.
I know you can go like 45 or something,
Damn.
right? Okay. Cool. I believe that ends your turn,
Those
Desdin.
long human legs.
Yep.
Okay. So now we come to what you guys can't see in the hole.
Oh no.
So that's fun. But it's nothing super scary. Desdin, you can probably see it now. There's an orc in the hole. He seems to have fallen afoul of one of the traps that you guys had also seemed to have fallen in previously as well. So
you mean Ignas?
Yeah. The party had fallen afoul of one of these traps previously. So what he's going to do on this turn is he's going to attempt to get out of the hole there. So I'm gonna have him make a strength check here, athletics check. 23. He crits the shit out of it. So all of a sudden, yeah, he like heaves himself up in this rage and ends up right here, right next to you. That is his action. As a bonus action, he can move at speed to a hostile creature. Can see. Doesn't matter. He feels like he's right in the spot he needs to be. So he's done. That's his turn. He took his whole action to get out of the hole. So now the orc up here to the top left, it's his turn, and he is going to, if I can make sure I'm on the right thing. Yep, he's going to take a step forward here on top of his orc buddy, who I'm going to go ahead and just drop into the hole, and he's going to take a swing here with his great axe at McSwiggins. So he's going to go ahead and do that. He rolls an 18, which I believe hits you.
Sure does.
Yep, and so he comes roaring forward, having watched one of his friends die, and slashes you for 10 damage, which is actually pretty fucking heavy there.
Sure is.
Yep. So he hits you for 10 there. This orc over here on the right hand side, he's also going to pull out his great axe and make an attack here on Desdin. He rolls a 7, so he swings wildly and misses. Desdin is much too swift for him. And then it comes back around to McSwiggins' turn. And that orc is dead. There we go.
One thing real. That's not. Where is it? There it is. Now,
Good.
you may have answered this with Desdin, but the bonus action, can I only take that after I've attacked?
No, you can take your bonus action at any point in time if unless it says after an action. So
After.
like for Desdin, it says after he makes an attack action, he may as a bonus action do this. Yeah. So for like rage is free and you can take it as a bonus action whenever.
Oh, no. I was just saying, if I start raging and then I do a roll and then I make a...
No. So a rage takes your bonus action for that round.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it takes the full bonus action for that round to rage.
But I can rage and then do an action.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I brain farted.
No worries. Sure, man. It's all good.
Okay, so I would like to pop a rage because I am pretty pissed now.
Awesome. Sounds good. McSwiggins pops his rage.
Got no alcohol. I've been slashed twice now.
Yep.
I just woke up. Wasn't even able to sleep. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
You ain't got shit to do.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to. I'd like to make an athletics roll to try and Sparta kick this fucker into the hole.
That one. You are currently not lined up to make that happen.
Can I stand in the same cube as the fire or no?
I'm saying the fire is in the center of this cube, floating in the air, essentially.
Or why don't you kick this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
you can take a you take a look at this one that just crawled out of here, and you would like to.
Oh, that's right. He's the one that hit me. That's the one I meant. For some reason I thought it was the.
No. So this one just crawled out of the hole.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck him up then.
Okay. So you're gonna hit him, or you're gonna try to push him.
I'd like to Sparta kick him into the hole.
Okay, so what this is, it's called a push action, and it's two opposed strength checks.
Ooh.
You're now raging, or athletics checks. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll your athletics with advantage because you're raging, and he's going to make his strength check here to see if he can beat you. He crits it.
Of course.
So you can go ahead and make your check. If you crit, then okay. So he you take your he has launched himself out of this hole, like clearing it and landing really heavily and just looking at you and growling. And you kind of come over and you put your boot up to his chest and it's like hitting a fucking wall. It just doesn't move. And he just grins, his big ass tusks, and he's just like, and then he like unsheathes his axe.
I look down in horror at my boot against his sculpted body. His sculpted
he is
body.
Thick. Yeah, it's like hitting a tree trunk, man. It didn't go anywhere. Okay, so that would be all of McSwiggins' turn. Ignis, it is now your turn. Oh, I didn't even. You know what? I didn't do. And before we get back to this, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I totally forgot to put Vathan on the turn order.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Did you even take a shot last round?
No.
He's just staring around.
Yeah, he's just staring.
Like, hi guys, I'm an elf.
Yep.
Like a wolf.
Yep. Vathan has a 13 here. So Vathan, he's in a spot where I believe he can see most of these guys here. He's still hidden. So he has a 40-foot there and a 40-foot there, and yeah, he can see all these guys without any disadvantages. So he's gonna go ahead and take his longbow attack here. Probably on oh whoops, let me go ahead and change that on this one on the left. So let me get his sheet back out. Sorry, I totally forgot that I was playing him. So he pulls back on his yeah, right. He pulls back on his bowstring here and fires. He rolls a 24, definitely enough to hit this orc. And he rolls his damage. He does 9 damage to the orc. Good solid hit straight to like the left shoulder of this guy here. So why can't I? There it is. Okay, so he does 9 damage. Perfect. The orc howls. And he's got this big old arrow in his shoulder. I need to read Ranger Companion real quick. Hang on.
Does his wolf attack?
So as a lower level, the wolf either takes his action or or he gets to use his action. Hang on a second. Let me go ahead and bring him back up. Let me bring his class up here. I was reading it earlier, and I was trying to get my head around how he was going to use this. Dueling Beastmaster. Okay, it takes its turn on your initiative. Doesn't take an action unless you command it to. On your turn, it can verbally command the beast to move. You can use your action to command it to attack, or dash, disengage, dodge, or help. Once you have extra attack, you can make one with him and then one with yourself. Okay, so he tells his wolf to move. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull up the wolf's character sheet, because now I have 16 character sheets open. The wolf has a move speed of 40 here. So he's the wolf is gonna go this way, so that's 5 feet there, and then he's gonna kind of dash along this way, and he'll be able to get to like maybe right behind. Because he's got to go this way, and then he's coming around this way, and there's some difficult terrain that he's got to walk over here. So he's going to end up right behind McSwiggins. And so that'll be Vathan's whole turn. Right. Ignas, it is now your
okay.
go.
So which one did you shoot?
He shot the left hand one here.
This one. Okay. Oh, let's see. What's the range on that sucker? Let's see. All right. I can only chuck him 10 feet or 30 feet. So I'm gonna move up this way. Oh, nice. I got vision on and everything now. Let's see. That's 30 feet, right? Yes. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I should be able. I'm not like considered stealthed anymore, right?
No, definitely not. They know you guys are there now. They know Vathan's there now too.
I kind of figure. All right. So I'm gonna get out a vial of acid and just chuck it at him.
Okay. So I believe that is a dex save. Can you go ahead and put it in the chat there?
All right. Hang on. Alchemical acid. Go. 10 damage.
Okay. So it's a DC 14 dex save, or he takes 10 damage of alchemical. So
right.
he's gonna try to make his save here. He rolls a 9. No, definitely doesn't save, and he takes 10 damage from this acid, and it seems to like, you throw this vial and it smashes on his chest, and it kind of seeps into the wound where the arrow was, and it just starts deteriorating his open chest there where all this skin is, and it's just awful. His skin starts to melt off. He screams and dies.
I'm doing damage, guys! Yay!
I believe is that your whole turn? I think.
I believe so. I don't have a bonus action yet.
You have some extra movement if you would like to use it.
Nope, I'm not getting close to him.
Okay, Desdin, it is now your turn.
All right. Well,
I believe that was.
We're gonna do the old 2 piece and a biscuit.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and smack him up.
I'm gonna go for this dude.
Cool. Go ahead and roll a hit.
Oh God!
8 with the quarterstaff. No. He seems to have readied himself, and he kind of catches your staff with his great axe.
All right, I'm gonna then flurry of blows.
Okay. Spend a key point for flurry.
Yep. And then I'll strike him. I'll let go of my quarterstaff and do a little 1-2 on him.
Okay. 21 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll that one. 7 damage. Cool. Yep. So you punch him squarely in the chest, and you hear some cracking sounds.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a crit. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage on that. So 8 more damage. Cool. Wow. Yeah, that is exactly enough to bring him down.
And then I grab my quarterstaff as it falls.
Yeah. So I imagine it like, I imagine you
So
like swinging
badass.
around, smashing, like trying to hit him. He catches it with his great axe, and so you just like slam it in the ground, and just like as it sits straight up and down, you just pop him twice in the chest, and you hear all these cracking sounds and stuff like that. And he's like, and he keels over forward and dies. And as he falls forward, you just snatch the staff, and it's out of its vertical position there. Yep, he is definitely dead. Okay, cool. It is now Vathan's turn. Vathan is just going to take another bow shot here, I think. It's easy enough to do, right? There's only one guy left here. So Vathan is going to longbow. 16 is enough to hit this guy. Yeah, he does 4 damage. So the orc takes an arrow into the chest. It doesn't seem too deep, but he does take some damage for it. And that is Vathan's. He's going to tell the wolf to come this way, but other than that, he's not doing much. So that is the other orc that died, and then now it's this orc. It's the last orc. He's trapped between a bunch of enemies and a hole, and he doesn't really have much.
Between a dwarf and a hard monk.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have many options on where to go here. He's looking around, kind of panicky. His bravado from stopping the boot from kicking him back into the hole has completely gone after a guy got punched to death, and this acid has deteriorated and dissolved his friend to his side. So he doesn't know what he's gonna do here. I think I'm gonna have him. Make a roll here to decide what he's going to do. So I'm just gonna roll a 1d2. 2. Okay, so he does fight. So he watches Desdin hit his friend, and he assumes that friend is okay. Doesn't really know, but he's pretty focused here on the dwarf in front of him. So he's going to go ahead and make a strike at the dwarf. He rolls a 22, which I believe is enough to hit. For 12 slashing damage.
Oh my god.
Halved to 6 because you're raging.
Okay.
Well,
So he slams his axe into the dwarf that tried to kick him back in. But you know, in your rage, you brush off this giant gash in your chest, and you just like roar back at him as he strikes at you. McSwiggins, it is now your turn. We're at the top of the turn order here.
All right, I am making another swing with the great axe.
Yeah, go for it, man.
God,
a 10. Yeah, no. So he's slashed across you, and you're roaring at him. Maybe you're a little bit too busy roaring and demonstrating your rage. That when you swing around with your axe, you miss him.
Sad boys.
Blood loss, the enemy of us all.
And then I would like to take a bonus action to do my own.
You want to punch his ass? Yeah.
I'd like to try and punch him into the hole.
That would be a full action to do a push, but you can punch him.
Oh,
punch him in the nads.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll that new punch you got there. Unarmed strike. Nope, not enough to hit. So you swing out, and he catches it with his axe, and you punch at him, and he kind of bats you away with an arm and just goes, yeah. He seems set on fighting this out now. McSwiggins, I believe that is your full turn.
Sure is.
All right, excellent. Ignis, it is now your turn.
I'm not gonna risk doing a shot. I'm gonna throw another vial of acid.
Yeah, go for it.
Because if I do a shot, then I can potentially get a critical failure and hit somebody.
Yep, that might happen.
That I don't want to. All right, go.
So it's a DC 14 dex save.
7
He rolls an 8. No, he does not save. You throw this vial of acid at him, and it does pretty much the exact same thing as it did to the friend to the next to him. And it starts eating him, and his skin starts just melting off of his body. You see the tusks of his jaw and stuff like that as his mouth just melts off of him, and he collapses on the ground howling.
You see, acid is our friend.
So it seems the immediate danger is gone.
Okay, well, let's roll these bodies into the pit.
Now that actions and turn order and stuff aren't an object, I'd like to. McSwiggins is pissed off and just screams and just buries his axe into the dead orc over and over and over again, just kind of in a frenzy.
Okay. Or we can make orc pudding.
So the orc in front of you?
Yeah.
Sure. So this orc is already like dissolving in front of you, and it's like stirring an acidic soup. You start noticing some pitting on your axe. Minor. It doesn't do a whole, like, it's not gonna hurt your axe in any way, but you start after your rage, you're gonna notice you did some damage to this axe, smashing it into the ground, into some acid, and into this orc. But yeah. Pretty much the one here and the one here are remnants of just their leathers and bones, really. Their skin seems to have sloughed off of them. and their organs lie there, and their bones, and it's yeah, it seems to have done some serious damage to the skin.
All right then. Somebody want to help me roll these guys into the pit? We should at least clean up our mess.
I'm gonna relight my torch with a little snap of my fingers.
Yeah, sure. So as you do that, I imagine that you take the flame that you called earlier and just summon it back to the torch,
Sure.
kind of pulling it out of the air and placing it back on your torch. Yeah,
Sure.
that works.
Does that cost me another torch?
Depends on what you did with the first one.
Didn't think about that. I guess I dropped it. So
You dropped it. I mean,
So,
you're
yeah.
more than welcome to go pick it up. It'd still be like a half-burned torch, so that's up to you.
Sure, I'll go pick it up and then do that.
Sure.
I can't. I guess I
okay.
can't. I can't see it.
You can maneuver the flame that you already have out over there.
Okay, I'll do that then. But I don't need to do that on the map or anything, do I?
No. So we're out of combat. Everything is fine. You guys know what the map looks like. So what would you like to do?
I just kind of grunt and walk off this way and lean against there.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you walk off. After pulping this orc in front of you with the last bits of your rage.
Are we quite done now? Can we move on?
It seems that your comrades have picked to do what they're doing. I don't know what you're doing, Ignas.
All right, I guess before I try rolling the bodies, the ones that are actually intact, into the pit, I will just take a look around their belongings and see if I can find out who sent them.
Sure.
They came from.
Yeah. That works. Go ahead and do an investigation check for me, please.
Investigation. There we go. I actually have an advantage to this, except I rolled the crap number.
No, it's so what you do find as you do this. Hang on. They were a 1. You find are you going down into the pit to go get the one that's down there, or are you just checking the ones that are up here? Okay. Some of the things that are still intact on the one that hasn't melted completely. He has 4 gold pieces on him, in a small pouch, and there's 22 copper pieces between the other 2 that have melted. So the acid didn't melt through much. It didn't melt through leather, right? It did some pitting, but it didn't melt through that. So their leather coin pouches seem to be intact,
all right.
as do their weapons. And you notice some interesting matching scars on the tops of their left hands. So you didn't need too high of a roll to see this because, I mean, it's there.
It's obvious.
Yeah, so you notice a pattern as you're looking through this. You see it on the one that's intact, and then you kind of look and you pick up one of the disembodied arms from one of the bodies and look at it and see that there's a matching one also on the left hand. And so let me see if I can describe this accurately enough. It's simple scarring. Orcs are simple people and not known to be very artistic. They do have they do have art and they do have things in a very tribal manner, and it seems to be denoting some tribe that they would have come from. So the shape that these are in is the rough approximation of a circle as it would have been drawn with a blade, with a single line straight through the middle.
Okay, so kind of like how should I put this? Kind of like an O with a slash through it.
Yeah, it's an O, but it's with a vertical slash.
Okay.
As well as could be drawn by an orc with a blade.
Will roll a check to figure out if I know the symbol?
Yeah, for the area, go ahead and roll a history check.
Another one that I have a good modifier on, and this time I actually rolled a good one. Yay.
21. Yeah. So you know this tribe. So this tribe here. I'm making sure I'm recording all of this and what you know. So they seem to be scouts from a tribe that's kind of known to the area of Erdrick. You guys, you've always had orc tribes around in these mountains, right? They're always things that you've dealt with. So in your studies, you may have learned about which tribes are prevalent and what they want, and generally what they go after and how they operate. So this tribe here, they would have been called the Left Hands. Easy enough. In Orcish, it's a little different and a little more guttural, but they're the Left Hands.
All right.
Orcs tend to keep things simple, and naming a tribe on where you put your fucking scar is good enough as any for them to be recognized. So you know, as you take a look at this and grab their little coin pouches and stuff like that, and you see their hands, you say, okay, looks like these are scouts from the Left Hand tribe.
All right.
And knowing this, they're on the wrong side of the city. For where they normally roam. The Left Hands are a northern tribe. They tend to come down through the northern tunnels. You are essentially coming up from the south. As far as you know, that's how the Smuggler's Passage runs, is from south to north to Erdrick.
So they basically managed to sneak through the city without getting stopped.
Not necessarily, because the city is surrounded on all sides by these caverns. These caverns are endless and many.
Or they found another way through the caves.
Sure, yeah. Or they went outside into the mountainside and went and found another way in. You guys happen to pick a particular entry point. It doesn't mean that the mountains aren't dotted with just entrances and exits to these caverns that run through the spine.
Well, that's a friendly thought. All right. They don't have any other personal effects?
I mean, like, the orcs tend to be pretty simple people. They have some hide and leather armors. They have their great axes and a couple of javelins strapped to their backs. Personal effects wise, one has like a gold earring. You're not sure if it's real. You're more than welcome to take it.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
Okay. Sure. You pull out this gold earring. It's a little bloody now. It's probably worth maybe 1 gold.
Drop it in the old bag of holding.
Sure. Go ahead and mark that down. But they don't seem to be they're not carrying like a letter. They're not carrying why they're here. You know based on the way that they're dressed, the fact that it's a small group, it's not like a tribal raid, that this is likely a scouting party from the Left Hands.
All right. All I need to know. Okay. Anybody want a new axe, or should we just get going?
Well, if you're done fondling them, can I have a healing potion?
Oh, certainly. Here we are.
Before we start handing out healing potions and doing any form of rest or anything like that, let's go ahead and take our break.
Okay.
I need to use the restroom, and we're a little bit over time on that. So we'll be right back, maybe in about 5 minutes, to more DieFall. So till then. Okay, welcome back to DieFall. Thank you for being so patient with us on our break. So they've just defeated this, looks like these scouts, scout orcs. And I believe Ignas was about to hand out a healing potion.
The only guy who took damage. So it's 1d8?
I believe so.
1d8.
Whatever your ability says.
Nice 5 damage.
Okay. Yeah. So McSwiggins recovers 5 health. He drinks it down. It doesn't taste as much like blood this time. It's nice.
That always makes me laugh.
I kind of grunt.
Should taste like blood.
To Ignas.
Cool. Okay. So you got McSwiggins standing off to the side. Ignas has just gone through the bodies. Desdin relit his torch. Vathan's just hanging out, waiting for anyone to tell him to do something. So
let's get moving. Do we know which way we're going?
Yeah, you know, it would be straight through this cavern.
All right, let's keep moving.
Oh, avoid the hole in the ground.
But yeah, avoid the hole in the ground. We should be at least aware, because these guys were a scouting party. There might be others.
And can we make a... We should probably check for traps as well. I doubt this is the only one.
We should be keeping an eye out for traps.
Okay.
Do we?
Is someone going to be doing that while you're walking? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Do we want to? I can.
Make the elf
I
look
can
for
do that.
traps.
Oh, or yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
He also has dark vision, so
Yeah. Vathan would have to. He'd walk further up the line.
I could walk
Alright.
alongside him then.
Sure. So Vathan is on the lookout for traps. Whereas McSwiggins you're doing the leading of the party again.
Yeah.
And then the monk, wolf, and gnome follow up behind. Sure, yeah, you walk around the hole. Easy enough to get back on the trail that you were just on. It just seemed to be a large open cavern connected at these two ends of this trail that you were already following. So you're back basically walking down a single tunnel at this point in time. So yeah, sure. If you want, go ahead and make a survival roll for me, please. McSwiggins, sorry. 15, yeah, easy enough. You continue to recognize the markers that are set out, and you don't need any help figuring out where you guys are going. It's easy enough for you guys. Let me go ahead and I forgot I dropped the wolf sheet and I didn't want to do that. Okay, so in that case, Vathan is he's on the lookout for traps, so he's gonna just keep his eye out. So we're gonna have him make a perception roll to see what he so he's well on the lookout for traps as you guys are walking, more like pitfalls, and he's looking up in the ceiling to see if there's any more blocks that fall, or he's looking for like wire that goes across the of the hallway or something like that. Doesn't seem to be noticing anything. And actually I want yeah, I'm gonna have the wolf make this. Yep. Okay. So the wolf starts sniffing the air, and he starts like nudging at Vathan, and it seems like he's noticed something. Vathan makes that known to the group that it seems like his wolf companion here has smelt something.
Any idea where?
So Vathan turns to his wolf and in Elvish asks, keeps it simple and just says where, and then the wolf kind of like does the pointer dog thing and just kind of just like inclines its head down the hallway, the single hallway that you guys are already on.
More orcs?
Vathan shrugs. It's like wolf doesn't talk.
Fair enough. And I just kind of keep going.
Okay, cool. Do you guys
I'll take out my axe as well.
You guys continue quietly or
I'm gonna
loudly?
try to
Well, it depends on if the dwarf's going to be quiet this time.
I mean, I'm not being loud. I'm just not being stealthy.
That's
pretty much being
the
loud.
level. The stealth
Woefully
check.
average.
The stealth check is more to see how much of that noise you're making. You're making an attempt to not make as much noise, like less noise than just walking at them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's just not something I think he's conscious of.
Okay. So he's gonna walk down this hallway, huh?
Do you?
Cool. Are the rest of you guys gonna be a little bit more cautious about it, or are you gonna just follow his lead?
I'm gonna be cautious. I may not
Okay.
end up being cautious, but I'll try to be cautious.
I'll be cautious
Sure.
as well.
Sure. So let me get stealth checks from everyone here. That's Vathan's, which is a 12, and the wolf's, which is a 17.
Oh my god.
2 6s, Ignas and Desdin. Okay, cool.
That means I rolled a 2.
Yeah, you have +4. Yeah.
So close to a crit fail.
So you
Why am I still-
you guys don't know what you rolled, right? You think you're being pretty stealthy, right? You're making the attempt to not kick over rocks, to walk quietly, toe heel rather than heel toe. Whereas McSwiggins is just sauntering down the cavern there.
Like strutting.
Yeah, sure. So you come out McSwiggins, and you come out into another one of those like large openings in a cave that you keep walking through these kind of narrow caverns, and they come out and there's these large expanses with like other caverns that go off in other directions and stuff like that. Yeah, you continue walk. You have a vision of 60.
With
Dark vision of 60, I think.
Yeah.
So as you walk into this cavern, you don't really see anything. You're kind of just following the trail as you would. But can I get a perception check from you, please?
Yeah, sure.
19. Yeah. You hear
Over.
super heavy footfalls and a lot of them, and they are coming in your direction. Not hurried, but it is definitely a lot of heavy feet, and you can start hearing like the rustling of like armor and some like really low guttural noises. You hear some like really like heavy booming falls as well. And lower voices than even the orcs that you had seen earlier, which is just, it's more down in the range of like, oh, so good, and then you have an orc answer going, yes, yeah. And you can hear this.
Up to the others.
Okay.
And and I turn to Ignis and I'm like, I could use another healing potion.
It's not going to work for you for a while.
Well then, we're gonna have a couple visitors pretty soon, and
Is there a place to hide?
my good dice.
Make a perception check.
Oof. Actually, you know what? I had an idea. If there isn't a place to hide, we can always backtrack and then just hide down the hole.
And corner ourselves.
No, just hide down the hole. They're not going to look in the or like play dead.
Are you guys having this?
Bodies in the
Are
hole.
you-
We're gonna look in the hole.
Perception. There we go. Perception.
Okay.
Nope.
A 9. There's hallways. You might be able to hide down them.
All right. I say we go down one of these hallways. We just go a little ways down so that they don't see us, and hope they don't turn in our direction.
Are you saying this all in a normal speaking voice and in character?
No, whispering.
Okay.
How hey
Oh,
Joel,
whisper,
how like narrow are these hallways?
They're about as narrow as you guys had come through earlier. So they're maybe 10 feet across, max 15. Height wise, 10 or 15 feet.
Oh, actually, that does work to our advantage because if they find us, then they can only come at us like a couple at a time.
Two or three at a time.
The footsteps are getting really close now. You haven't been able to see anything yet. So
I'd like to follow. I'll follow Ignis into one of the hallways.
Sure. So Ignis picks a hallway to the left and runs down it, and it's got this big rock on the outside of it. And it kind of makes it a very narrow entrance into it, but once you get into it, it comes out into that like 10 or 15 foot area that you're kind of used to walking down in these caverns. Do all of you go? Vathan has followed, obviously. The wolf has followed.
I'm just gonna say, snuff the torch, please.
Yeah, I follow until I get there, and then I extinguish the torch.
Okay, so now you are bathed in darkness, Desdin.
Yep.
So now that you're in this kind of side cavern, are you still moving or running, or did you stop?
Just stop. I would stop and just listen to if they go past us or down this hall or what.
Sure. Can I get stealth checks from everyone?
Okay.
Swiggins with a 20, Desdin 14.
See, I could have done it the whole time.
You
Watch,
could
it's gonna
have.
be the tiny gnome that trips us up. And of course, I can't see my roll. Oh,
21.
Okay.
All right.
Vathan and
Yep.
Wolf.
13 for Vathan. The wolf, 21.
It's a wolf. It's stealthy.
Yeah, he doesn't get any bonuses for it, but... Oh, actually, he does. He has a +4, so that's actually a...
Damn, 25.
23? 23.
He turned invisible.
So the wolf like pads down the hallway, and you just don't even notice that he just disappears into the dark. Vathan with a 13, Desmond with a 14, McSwiggins 20, 21. Okay, in situations like this, when I ask for a lot of these, just so you guys know about the mechanics of what I'm looking at, I'm taking into account the group stealth check as a whole. Okay, So unless someone fails miserably, you take the average of all of this shit and say this is the group stealth check. Okay.
About
With
16.
was the lowest.
Well, yeah, but like I said, unless it fails miserably, right?
Okay.
You've gone out of you're out of line of sight. You're in a corner somewhere, and you're in general pretty stealthy. So I'm gonna have them make a check to see if they can see if the whoever these guys are in the area can figure out where you're at.
So it's like
and
an
I'm going
average
to
of 18.
Nervous guys.
I'm going to pick the one with the highest modifier to make the perception check. Okay. And let me make sure. I don't really want you guys to be able to see this, so if you're watching my stream, don't. But let me make sure that whisper wary. Okay. And so he's going to make a perception check here to see if he sees you guys.
Excuse me.
Whoa. So you hear these heavy footfalls, and they seem to be talking pretty loudly to each other. And do one of you kind of peek out? Does anyone try to take a look? You just
No.
kind of
I mean,
hide
nope.
in this.
Well, the best, like we're
I'm-
further past the hallway than just the lip of it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're down the hallway a little bit, but the hallway is at this point still straight.
Right. So it's not like if we poke our head out in the dark that we're gonna get spotted.
Well, they might have dark vision. They're orcs.
Maybe.
Well, it depends because the person let's say the person that's closest to the opening of the hallway, if they have dark vision, they can just turn their head.
Sure. Who's closest to the opening?
Let's say I
right
am.
in last.
All right. Ignis is closest to the opening. Sounds good.
Great.
Do you peek you just take a look out the thing from behind your little hidey hole on the side there?
Yep, sure.
Sure. You see a contingent of orcs walking down the cavern that you had just run out of. They seem to have two ogres with them as well. These immense beings, just super large, 15 to 20 feet tall, carrying giant clubs. There are about 7 orcs, and there seems to be an orc that's leading them, wearing very nice armor, has one of his eyes missing, and has a horned helm on as well. And they continue walking down the hallway you just came out of towards the area where the scouts were. And so as you guys wait, and this contingent continues past you, the last ogre fading into the distance, basically squeezing himself through the next cavern. The room is now empty.
Okay.
As far as you know, the room is now empty.
All right. I would wait just a little bit to make sure that they're gone and they're not going to hear us.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
just wanna
communicate
keep
that to your
listening for them to
group,
pass.
or
I'm saying that to the group
okay?
in a very, very whispery voice.
How long do you wait?
Oh, I'd say a good 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Jeez.
Well, yeah, it's 10 minutes that, we're guaranteed that no one's following them and that they're gone.
So the minutes go by. There doesn't seem to be. Actually, Ignis, you're still the one closest to the lip there.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, boy. Let's see if we can break the curse of perception
A
checks.
lot of percepts going on today.
I should have been a paladin. Oh, it's terrible.
Okay. You peek your head around the corner, and you don't seem to hear or see anything.
And this is after 10 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. I would say we sneak a little bit the way we were planning to go, and then figure once we're a decent distance away, we just continue on as normal.
Okay. So you guys are gonna try to stealth through this cavern.
Yeah.
I guess I'll grab onto somebody and follow them then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So can I get?
I'll lead you, Desdin. Kind of grab your arm, and I'm like, come on.
Sure. Can I
Can't
get?
stealth carrying a torch?
Can I get stealth checks from everyone? Desdin with disadvantage, please, because you are blind. Desdin 17. Good. McSwiggins 18. Ignis 10. Vathan is rolling stealth now. 23. The wolf's stealth is a 12. Okay, so you guys exit the little side corridor that you were in, having seemingly gone unnoticed and waited 10 minutes. Sure, you sneak your way across the cavern, and you end up in the next tunnel, next like 15 by 20 foot tunnel on the other side that bears the markers of the Golden Eagles, so you're not inherently lost, and you continue on your way.
All right. Cheated death again. That was a good day.
Maybe.
Cheat death.
Okay. So do you continue onwards?
Are we done stealthing?
I would say we should at least keep our ears open and keep checking for traps, because you never know when we might run into another contingent.
Sure.
I'm gonna light my torch back up.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and burn a torch there. And then I'm going to we still want Vathan making the trap checks.
Yeah.
Okay. Vathan is going to go ahead and roll his perception. 23. Yeah, he doesn't see any traps. Seems to be pretty clear. At least in that regard. That's it. Yeah. McSwiggins, you're leading the party once again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead and make survival. Just let's see if you can maintain the trail that you've already set. Okay. You know the markers, you know where to look for them. But maybe with being stealthed as you are and walking as quietly as you guys have been, it's taking time. It's taking more time. It's slower going. But you're still making progress down the right way. Because you just, by that study that you did earlier, you know where the markers are being placed. They have a pattern, and you're able to find them relatively easily. Whenever you come to those like large, open, expansive caverns, you're able to find them on certain stalagmites that basically point in the direction that you guys need to be going.
Better late than dead.
Yeah. Okay. So you continue onwards. And it seems to be pretty uneventful. You think you might be getting close. You've spent a couple days down here, but you're not really sure where you were put at after your encounter with the possessed goblin. I don't know. It's been hours. Let's see. You would have been walking 2 hours there, and then there was the encounter there, and then maybe an hour, 30 minutes there, and a couple hours here. So yeah, it's been about 6 hours total. So you guys, do you just push through? Do you try to take a short break? What do you do? It's been about 6 hours of travel and battle.
Now. Like, how long have we been traveling in this cave so far? Like, more than a day?
Yeah, you've been down there for more than a day, but you're not necessarily sure where you were placed after that interaction in the fog. You don't know how long this trail is. You've never been here.
Oh, great. All right.
You just know that this trail, if followed correctly, eventually gets to Erdrick.
All right. You guys want to take a break or push through for a little bit longer?
I keep going.
Okay.
All right.
Vathan's on board with that, and so you guys push on. So a couple more hours pass, and you're starting to notice that there's more evidence. McSwiggins, you're noticing this much faster than everyone else. There's more evidence of either outside interaction within this stonework, right? There's more evidence of it being more of a road here now than just this trail that goes through the caverns. So it feels a little different in this area. So you continue onwards, and eventually you come to an area that's actually, it's tiled stone. And as you come forward on this tiled stone, it's definitely worked. This is an area that has definitely been worked by someone or something, and has actual flooring rather than just the dirt and rock of the cave itself. And you continue following this particular cavern that you're in. It's slightly wider than the ones you've been in previously, so it's about 30 wide, maybe about probably 20 to 40 tall in certain areas. Right? It's a larger cavern, or a larger tunnel, and you come up to a large wooden door. The door itself is about 10 feet across. It looks much like a barn door.
Huh.
And it's set into this clearly worked stone wall, with this tiled area here.
Does this look like home to you?
Make an investigation. Yeah, definitely good enough. You lived in Erdrick long enough to know that, yeah, some of this stonework is very similar to what's been used in Erdrick, and some of the storehouses and warehouses that are around the city.
Yeah, this is our masonry. Not sure about the door though.
All right, well,
okay, I'm gonna try and open the
you're
door.
home.
You just walk up to the door and push on it?
Wait, no. Check for traps.
Sure, make an investigation.
It's a big giant door.
No, definitely, it doesn't seem to be trapped, but it is definitely locked.
Okay, well,
and it doesn't seem to have like a keyhole. It seems to be barred from the other side.
huh.
Is there anything
wonder.
else around the room?
It's not really like go ahead and make an investigation, but it's not necessarily. There's not really things in the room. You just start noticing that there's stonework in the ground, and then there's like worked stone up into this wall where there's now this barn door sized opening
it's
that's
like
barred
a
from the other
cavern,
side.
and that just has a door.
That happens to end at the door.
wall.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing else around the cavern other than that.
Make an investigation.
Okay.
Not that you know of. You know is what got them here. You followed the markers. This is where it led.
Well, anyone want to wager how much acid it would take to eat through that door?
I'm gonna knock on the door first.
Sure. Desdin walks up and you give it a nice resounding knock on it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah, that's not going to bring the orc contingents back on us or anything.
That's
I mean, we've been walking.
So
for
he gives
hours
a on the door. A couple seconds pass, and to the right, up on this little area, a sliding door just opens, and a head peeks out. A dwarven head, black beard, kind of unkempt. Two long braids coming down the side and like laying over his chest. He looks around on the outside and says, "Oi! What do you want?"
Hello there. I am Ignas Erdrick. Yes, that Ignas Erdrick. We've been walking through these caves to get back to Erdrick.
You don't look like no Erdrick. Ignis, eh?
Yes, indeed.
He slams it shut and he and disappears.
Oh, well. I guess that's the courtesy that the Duke's son can expect from the locals.
Couple, 30 seconds pass.
I'm just going to mutter that. Anyone who wants to overhear can.
Couple seconds pass. 30 seconds pass, and the door slams back open, and he sticks his head back out, and he says, "Duke's son, right? You look a little worse for wear since last time I saw you on the street, but, you probably don't even remember me. It's fine. We're closed today, so if you want to go around, I believe that's probably your best bet. Sorry." And he kind of bobs his head and slams the door shut again.
Right now, I'm going to pound on the door.
Sure. So, the gnome goes and pounds on the door. I just because I really want to do this. Make an athletics check.
Are you kidding me right now with this?
Please make an athletics check.
Athletics. Okay.
Nice. You go up and you pound on the door harder than Desdin even was, and you're just getting after it. After a couple seconds of pounding, you maybe get to your 10th pound. You're doing it pretty rapidly. The door slams back open and says, "Oh, you still here? 1 second."
Look, I am tired, bloody. I have been almost bled to death twice. I smell like a circus that's been dipped in acid and set on fire. I would very much like a bath and my own bed. And if you can provide those things, then I will not only remember your name, I will look favorably upon this little venture that is going on right now. If you do not, I will burn this door down.
His eyes kind of widen a little bit at the mention of like favor and stuff like that, and he's like, maybe the boss will let you in. And he slams it shut again, and you can like kind of hear him step down off his little ladder that's behind there so he can see outside, and he walks away. Some time goes by. And again, the same head comes popping out, and he slams the door back open. And he says, "Boss says, how much gold?"
I said favor, not gold.
Favor and gold are the same thing in this city, and you know that as well as I.
If it comes to that, it would be a matter of trade contracts, not actual gold right now. But if you insist...
He turns around and yells backwards without even like doing anything with the door. And he says, "Boss, he says trade contracts, not gold. Do we like those?" And you can't really hear what's happening, but you can see his head nodding, and it's like he's working it out in his head, like it's all making sense to him now. And he turns around, and he's like, "We like trade contracts, but we hear your daddy don't like working with us."
Well, I'm not my father, and he will eventually die.
He kind of gives you this weird look. He's like, "Gnomes live a long time."
I turned.
How long are you intending us to wait?
Well, you are a politician.
I'm just rolling my eyes at everybody.
You're a dwarf, and you live a long time as well. I think we both know that we will live to see my father die.
He kind of looks at you. "Boss ain't a dwarf." And just like looks at you like that totally means everything he needed it to say.
Well, I guess if your boss isn't a dwarf, then you will be the one I will be dealing with eventually. Yes?
He like strokes at his beard a little bit.
He's gonna go kill the boss.
and he has this like weird nervous tick where he like tugs on one of the braids on the side there, and just like he nods to himself and he says, "Nah, boss would kill me." Just like looks at you again.
Okay. See if you can follow me with this. Is your boss a human?
Looks human, yeah.
Okay. You are going to outlive him. I am going to outlive him. My father will eventually die before me. And so when your boss dies, that might make you boss. Yes?
He like turns around and says, "Boss! He's telling me I'm gonna be boss. Is that true? Do I get promoted this year?" and then like he gets this look of surprise on his face, and he's like, "Oh," and he turns around and he looks down, and he's like, "Oh, 1 second, boss is a little upset," and then like slams the door shut, and then you hear him like clamber down off the ladder again and like wander away.
So I won't be dealing with that one.
Some time passes.
Have you ever had to deal with another in your life?
Usually they're a good deal more intelligent.
Than you? Yeah, I don't doubt that.
So the you hear the basically the ladder, you hear it scrape on the other side, and you hear "Arr!" and it kind of gets moved aside, and then the door itself gets opened much more slowly than before. And a human pokes his. Basically, you can see him standing there. He doesn't poke his head out like the dwarf did. He's much more cautious about sticking his appendages through the through the door, but you can see him standing there. Ignis, you're having a lot of trouble seeing him. It's much taller. So for you to get the angle to see him, you have to stand about 20 feet back so you can angle your vision up to see his face. So the next part of this conversation with him is likely going to be yelled. Otherwise, he's not going to hear you.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Turn my volume down.
does someone want to be a step stool? So
Would anyone mind
or
holding me
get
up?
get him a rock. No,
Shake
okay.
I'll drag a rock over, but I am not carrying you.
There seems to be there's a pretty good sized stone to the right of the door that seems movable easily enough. Do you grab it?
Yep.
Okay. Ignis, do you step up on your makeshift stool?
I will take a tentative step just to check the balance, and then yeah, get up on there.
Sure, easy enough. It's a pretty hefty stone. It's not very tall, but it buys you about another foot, which is really important when you're a gnome. So you could still your head doesn't clear the door, but you can see his face now, so that helps. And so you see a human face, a human male, probably in his early 30s. He's starting to just now gray in his brown beard. It's very stubbly, kind of a little bit patchy, like it never filled out the right way. He's wearing some leather armor, clearly adorned. And now that you have a little bit of height, you can see on his left arm a similar armband to the Golden Eagles, but in this case it's kind of this opalescent color, and it depicts a dagger on it. So for you would know this. It's the opal daggers. Easy enough. Opalescent color, dagger on their arm. So it's a different smuggling company. It's
Okay,
a different smuggling company than the Golden Eagles who let you in. You notice this. He has long, unkempt brown hair, just kind of pushed back, and it sits about shoulder length. It looks pretty greasy. He definitely doesn't look as well kept as the Golden Eagles previous commander did. Maybe he's not that high up on the food chain. You don't really know. But he looks down and says, "My boy says you want in, and yet you're Ignas Erdrick."
Yes, not Ignis Erdrick.
Your daddy don't much like us.
Really? I would certainly like you a good deal more than he does if I could get myself through your passages back to the city, into a bath, and then into my own bed.
We got orders to not open this door. There's been some trouble recently.
Oh, we're well aware. But we can come to an amicable arrangement.
He raises an eyebrow at amicable. Says, "Fancy man with his big words. Okay, what's your deal?"
Means a positive arrangement for both of us. So, ask you this: are you in charge of the daggers?
He snorts at that. Gods, no, not at all.
All right.
We've just been stationed here temporarily. The Golden Eagles have flown the coop, it would seem.
Huh. Well, how much do you know of the Golden Eagles operations down here? I don't need you to tell me. Just how much would it be worth to you to know more about it?
We know they own this, but now we own this building.
How about information on the tunnels?
He shakes his head a little bit and he says, "Trouble out there. Been good bit of trouble up north too. They had us set watch down here in the south. We thought we might make use of an abandoned building."
Well,
He's clearly lying.
but I was thinking more along the lines of letting you know where their traps are, as well as what exactly is waiting out there and how to get past it. In other words, a way to make use of these tunnels, and not just this abandoned building.
He kind of shrugs his shoulders, says, "We're not going out there. Monsters out there. We're gonna stay right here, I think."
You don't have to go out there now, but information can be valuable in the future.
He sits and looks at you. And he thinks a little bit. The Ignas Erdrick.
The Ignas Erdrick.
How do I know that you're not lying to me and you're just some dusty, bloodied up gnome wandering the caverns, disguised, and maybe you're a monster?
Well, if I were a monster, I think I would have burned your door down already. But aside from that, I have my ring.
Okay, so you like reach up and place your ring where he can see it.
Oh heck no! I'm gonna just show him on my hand.
He squints back from where he's standing away from the window, and he's looks like a fake.
Well, you can see that's fake. Would you accept a letter of writ?
Are you intending from you?
Yeah.
What's writ?
Meaning a scroll that affirms my pedigree as signed by my father himself.
You carry one of those around?
Yes. I'm a noble.
Okay. He looks at you. He looks at you and says, "Can't read."
Well, an impasse. So
Because how much attention are you guys paying to this conversation that he's been having now for the last 5 to 10 minutes with this guy at the door?
Paying attention because this gnome does not know what he's doing.
What are you guys doing?
I'm just watching the guy. Just
watching the guy.
In my own thoughts.
That's all I'm saying.
Damage that I did to my axe, kind of frowning at it.
Okay. Okay, since everyone else seems super distracted, I'm going to have Vathan make the perception roll because everyone else seems to be doing other shit. He makes a 20.
Okay.
Vathan holds up his hand after the last sentence is said from Ignas about the letter of writ or whatever, and he says, "Wait, listen." And it depends. Some of you with your perception scores, like naturally, you wouldn't be able to hear this, but with him listening out for it, he starts telling you, "There's like, I can hear the footsteps again. They're coming this way, faster now." And the wolf growls low, and the hackles start to rise, ears pointed basically in the direction that you guys had come from.
Okay.
We heard him say that.
What? Yeah, Vathan said that out loud to you guys.
Would the guy that I'm talking to have heard that?
Not behind that door, no, but you could tell him.
Well, here's the deal. If you let us in now, we can negotiate what compensation you would like in the future. Be money or trade contracts or what have you. But if you do not, then I am going to be forced to burn the door down, and the army that's on its way here is going to beat through the flames and get to you. Your choice.
He kind of screws up his face a little bit, but he's latched onto money and death. Those are two things that he understands full well, and that most of these smugglers really understand. He's not too keen on believing who you are right now, so I'm gonna need you to make a persuasion roll, please.
Oh boy, persuasion, the thing that I can't really do because I have no charisma.
Yes, we know.
Oh boy. Hey.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
And you guys said I didn't know what I was talking about.
He strokes his stubble, and he kind of just looks at you and says, "Gold, huh? Can always use gold. Maybe you are who you say you are." And he shuts the door, and you hear some not whispers, but you can't hear the sound. There's muffled voices from behind the door there, and you can hear that the bar is being lifted and then placed on the ground, and then the doors themselves creak inwards, and it seems that they're allowing you through.
Okay, so while they're doing that, you said that it was obvious he was lying when he said that the Golden Eagles had abandoned the building?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna...
Like, you don't even need to make an insight check for that.
Right, yeah.
He's lying.
So I'm just gonna whisper to everybody else, just be on your guard. They may try something with us, but just be careful. And then just
Sure.
hustle inside.
Sure. And as you guys come forward into onto the tiled hallway that you're in, it opens up into a larger tiled room with some columns. It's kind of a storage area. It definitely looks like somewhat of a warehouse. There's barrels of things everywhere and sacks of what looks like maybe grain or food or some sort, or just goods, trade goods, really, just kind of around the area. Yeah. So at this point, you guys have kind of made your way to the center of the room here, following the leader, right? I'm assuming you're kind of following the main guy there. You see these braziers lit, so there's flame in the room, and there's a larger one up on a pedestal there that's providing the light for the area, because you're still underground. You just happen to be into a warehouse underground. And as you guys proceed forward, you can hear the doors being shut behind you, and the bar being locked back into place with a nice resounding thud. As you're walking in, it's clear you can see the various smugglers acting as guards in the room. There seems to be 5 or 6 of them, in addition to the captain.
So 5 or 6, one captain guy. All right, well.
Yep. And then so the door is shut, and the captain turns around and looks at you again and says, "All right, what's the deal?"
Well, if you can get us back to Erdrick and to my father, then I think we can make an arrangement. Right now, you're a smuggling company, but what if you were legitimate?
He kind of chuckles and says, "Smugglers are legitimate in this city."
Yeah, but I mean legitimate. Like the official trading company allowed official use of these tunnels, not under the table, if you know what I mean.
He strokes his beard a little bit, and he says, "Huh. Take the place of the Golden Eagles, huh? Boss might like that." And then he kind of looks back at you and he says, "How could you guarantee that? The Golden Eagles are run by Earl-raced Sertents, your father's right-hand man. I don't see that changing anytime soon."
Let's just say I do see it changing soon.
Okay. Make a persuasion roll.
It's not going to crit. Oh, no, it's not. No,
Oh, boy.
wow.
He looks at you and he says, "Big talk for a little gnome that's a little bit far from home.
Well,
You might be in the wrong place." He
Sure.
eases his sword in the sheath.
I'm
you can
definitely
hear-
in the wrong place. That's why I want to get home.
You can hear leather armor and stuff creaking, and as swords are also eased around you. There's a robed figure standing up on a pedestal, kind of a raised area that turns around and looks at you, wearing a really ornate mask, with hands tucked in the robes there. And it seems all eyes are currently on your group.
The real question is, should I be talking to you or should I be talking to him? Let's point to the guy in the mask.
He looks back and he says, "Earl? Nah, Earl just looks weird." And Earl, you can hear pipe up from the back, "I do not! This mask my mom gave me!" And he kind of just waves it off. He says, so he turns back to you and he says, I think we're going to settle for the gold now, if you know what I mean. And he kind of, he like further, he just eases, it settles his arm back on, or his hand back on the sheath, or the hilt of his sword there. And he kind of looks around the room and he says, all the gold, all your weapons, all of it.
Catch. Throw the acid at him.
Okay, so at this point we'd roll initiative.
Okay. Oh god.
Let's
You guys wanna get
go
your
ahead
gold?
and let's go ahead and do that. Let me put you guys on the right page
no,
here.
I was gonna do something else, but then you threw acid, so
There we go.
I'm not gonna do
I was
that.
gonna do something else also.
Yeah,
Okay.
here we are. So you guys are in this kind of warehousey looking tiled area.
I look forward to hearing what you guys were gonna do.
Yep,
Well, we
yep.
can't do it
We
now.
can
I'm not gonna
talk about it later. It's all good.
Think about what you've done.
Young man, you're going to think about what you've done.
If I die here, then it's been a good run, boys. So
Yep. It's been
uh.
fun, boys. So yeah, you're in this situation here. I'm gonna go ahead and go around this group and start rolling initiative for people. Let me get their sheets out here.
Earl,
Pop
really,
this out.
Earl.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
I was
Earl's
having
up,
a conversation in Twitch of whether I was really being that abrasive as my character or if you were fucking with me. I think, and the consensus was that it was a little of column A and a little of column B.
Yeah, I'd say it is. You're dealing with a really touchy group. They're on edge, man.
Jeez.
All right.
Desdin with the fat 5. I love it.
All right,
Looks
let's see.
Yeah.
good. If you guys die to
14.
smugglers,
I can't
I'm gonna
get
be
that for my
so
persuasion, but I can get it for
freaking
this. Okay.
so upset if you guys die to smugglers. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be the worst. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead
It's
and
gonna
roll
be your fault, Joel.
the initiative for all of it. No, you guys could have taken breaks. That's fine. So that's his initiative roll there. 18 for the
Can you set me up
captain.
with a 16 for initiative?
Did you mess it
forgot
up
what mine
again?
is.
Didn't roll
Did
it
you-
right.
Man,
No.
we just talked about this earlier
I
too.
know. I'm sorry. I was acid crazy.
So let's go ahead and do this guy here.
From now on, you should make him re-roll.
He has a 9. I should make him re-roll.
I can reroll.
Actually, yeah, I should. Just go ahead and do it. If you crit, you crit. If you
Alright.
don't, you don't. I don't care. It's fine. Just re-roll because it's easier than me adding it. Yep, 21. Nice. You go before the captain now.
Okay. Well, that means I already. Wait a minute. Does throwing acid count as my action, or is that basically a
Yes.
surprise attack?
It's not surprise. He's staring at you.
Okay.
He watches you. He watches
No,
you
And then you
reach.
said catch.
Is it, no, not a surprise attack. Is it a free action?
No, it's not free. Why would it be
Well-
free?
I mean, is it going to take up my turn?
It's an action.
Well,
It takes an action to throw these things. It's in your sheet.
okay. So I'm trying to get. No, I'm trying
I'm
to
trying to
get
get a free
the-
action is what I'm trying to do.
No. What
I
I'm
know,
trying to
it's
get-
not-
I'm trying to do is figure out the order of events. So basically, me reaching into my bag starts combat, and then I throw the acid.
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes a full action to do that. He's watching you. He watched you reach into your bag and toss acid.
And say catch.
So, yeah.
Should've
You
said,
did
like,
all of
okay,
this.
Okay, I'm bringing out the gold, and then acid in the face.
But you didn't say that.
Yeah, I should have.
You said catch.
No.
So I don't know what else to say.
I know.
It's a full
let me
action.
go. Next time,
Okay.
I will pretend to reach in for gold.
Yep, and then I'd have you make a sleight of hand check, and then maybe you could get a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 15 here, 17
hopefully there will be a next
here, 20 way up here under Ignis. The Acolyte has an 8. Desdin is at the bottom of the turn order there. This bandit goes here before McSwiggins. Oh boy, McSwiggins, you're gonna have a rough fucking time, my man.
Oh my god.
Okay,
That's right.
Ignis.
Yes.
You get to go first.
Acid in the face.
Acid in the face. Go ahead and roll that. It's a DC 14 save, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, 6 damage.
Okay. He's gonna roll for the save, and he rolls an 8. Nope. So he doesn't save. He he takes, basically you say catch, and he's like, what? And you throw it at him, and it bursts onto his chest. He's like, but it doesn't necessarily do a whole bunch of damage to him, right? It's kind of burning through his clothes a little bit. Okay, so you said that was eight damage, so that's
We're so dead.
it might be a problem. Okay, so this bandit, which one is this one? Right here, right next to Desdin. He's gonna take a step off of the stairs here next to you, and I believe he's going to strike at you with his scimitar that he is now drawn. So he's going to roll, and he rolls a 21, which I believe hits you.
Yep.
Okay, he rolls 3 damage. There you go. You take 3 damage from this bandit. And that concludes his turn. So now it is the captain's turn here. He immediately, after basically brushing off as much of the acid as he could with his gauntleted hands, he takes a step forward here and looks at you and he says, "Well, then you die first, little man." So he gets to make 3 melee attacks, 2 with his scimitar and 1 with a dagger that he pulls on the right here. So he's going to make a slashing attack here, which is a critical miss. So I'm going to have him roll a 1d20. Let's see what happens. A 10. Yeah, no, so he just misses wildly. Maybe he's still thinking about the acid that is like burning into him. So he makes another strike with the same scimitar. A 9, so another wild miss. And then he swings around with the dagger to try to hit you, and he gets in there. So maybe the first 2 scimitar moves were just feints, right? And you don't see him pull the dagger out from the side and just jam it into your rib cage, get really far up in there. And so he deals 6 piercing damage to you, just trying to get through that leather armor of yours. And I believe that is his... Oh, he has reactions too? Oh my god. This is what happens when you have interesting, more... When you guys get higher levels, I get to play with more interesting, quote-unquote, monsters. So it's a lot more fun for me. But I still have to use Vathan too, which is ridiculous. But, so he can do... Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's his turn. So now the next bandit back here... he's standing back here, and I think he's like, I don't think I'm gonna walk into this. So he has his crossbow loaded up and ready, and he's gonna take a shot here at the wolf since it's closest to him. So he shoots his light crossbow here. A 22 definitely hits the wolf, and he deals it 5 piercing damage. I actually don't have the wolf's health up. Hang on a second. Wolf has... Oh, wow. Okay. All right, let me keep track of his health here. Yeah, okay. The wolf gets a bolt buried in him, and it hurts, and he yelps really loudly, and it's not feeling good. Okay, so that's that bandit. This one back here kind of does the same thing. He takes a couple steps forward here, and then he unloads his crossbow into Vathan here. So he's going to go ahead and shoot his crossbow. 5. So yeah, it misses wildly and kind of clanks off one of the walls towards the back, like over this way or something like that. So then this bandit, which is the other one that's back here, does the same thing. Notices the miss, but he's already got his focus trained here on Desdin's back. He's thinking that he can get a quick sneaky one in on the monk there. So he rolls a 7. So yeah, it kind of clangs back off the braziers back here and stuff like that. So they both seem to miss. McSwiggins, it is now your turn.
Hooray!
Yep, you guys survived most of the first round. Congratulations.
For now, I'm going to immediately pop a rage.
I really gotta go to the bathroom.
Sounds good. You need to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
In the initiative.
You're right. I didn't roll Vathan again because I'm so focused on doing literally everything else. Yeah, 1 second. Let me roll.
That's one more NPC.
Yeah, what's another fucking thing on this list?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Hey, there we go.
20. So we'll have him go after this first bandit, but before the bandit captain here. So Vathan here, I think he.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him go ahead and take his turn prior to yours, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom while you'll do this.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead, man. I think he backs away here, I believe. Just one step, though. Not too far, but kind of gets him some distance here. And I think he focuses down on this guy right here.
Did you
trying to
roll the wolf?
The wolf goes on his turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the wolf always goes on his turn.
Got it.
Um,
That
No,
makes
I thought the wolf was an enemy. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's not. So he's gonna go ahead and then shoot his longbow at that
Don't kill
that guy there. 14. I don't think that's enough to hit. It is. Wow, nice. It's enough to hit.
Huzzah.
He rolls. He deals 7 damage. So he pulls back and he gets a nice shot off and deals some damage to this this smuggler that came in on Desdin here. So he strikes at Desdin and then takes an arrow to the shoulder for his trouble there. So that's gonna be Vathan's turn. He commands the wolf to I think come back here and guard his back. So the wolf runs behind him and snarls at the 2 guys behind him and the one on the stairs that he took that shot from. So yeah, okay. Now let's have McSwiggins take his turn. Sorry about interrupting you like that.
No problemo.
Yeah. So you popped your rage.
Yeah, so I popped my rage.
Excellent.
I'm not gonna fuck around with damage this time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm back.
take a. So, is this the captain?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing ski at him.
Yeah, go for it.
What's a swing ski?
Oh, brother.
Okay. Can you roll a 1d20 for me, please?
Sure can.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay, you're
God.
fine. You just miss wildly. You swing out at him and you hit nothing.
What about a bonus act?
You used it to rage.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and add your rage to the tracker here. Yeah, bring that up.
That is a
Right
big
over
old
here.
turn order.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm starting to track each individual enemy because it actually makes it easier for you guys rather than having them all go on one turn.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I'm trying to keep it as balanced as possible. It just makes it really difficult for me. Okay, so McSwiggins, that seems to be your turn, yeah? Do you want to
Yeah.
move in any direction, or?
I think now that my horrible failure,
I don't know if
just
I'd
so I'm
move,
understanding the map correctly,
Sure.
what kind of a
It's
what is it?
it's like a 5-foot ledge.
Okay, so it
Yeah.
would be like stairs to my bottom left, and the
You
stairs
could
to
you
the
could
top
attempt to
left.
hop it.
Nah,
If you make a run at it, I'd have you make a like a
athletics.
I think I would make it athletics. Yeah, because
Mhm.
you're pulling yourself up onto it.
Mm.
So you can make that move.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's just too fun not to do.
Okay, go ahead and make your run in that direction.
You know you're gonna end up getting.
Yeah, perfect. Great athletics. So yeah, you make it up there. But you're also going to take 2 attacks of opportunity here.
Yeah, like
From the
This guy.
captain here and
this guy.
this guy here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot that was a thing.
Yes, that's a thing.
Yeah. So
I
they're
was gonna
gonna
ask
they're
why
gonna
you were doing that.
you don't get
Too
to make
late.
decisions for him.
know.
So
I can at least
the
remind him of such things.
he
okay.
strikes and it looks like the smuggler hits you. The one down below you. You take 2 slashing damage, half to 1. And then the captain here, he's gonna go ahead and make it an attack on you as well with his scimitar. An 8. So yeah, that one misses. He's like dug in really deeply on Ignis, and he kind of just like slashes out at you, but it's really half-assed. So yeah, so you're up there now. Was that your full move?
20.
You have 5 more feet, yeah?
Oh, see, I figured a 5 foot up would kind of.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to say no because your athletics check is immense.
Okay. Well,
so
I mean,
you like hopped this thing.
I'm gonna do this.
Easy. Yeah, there you go. That's fine.
All right.
Okay, so that's McSwiggins' turn. So now we have this bandit here up in the corner. He's slightly concerned. Wow, why can't I? It's not letting me select anything anymore. Sorry. He's up in this corner here, and he's a little bit concerned about his acolyte friend. This raging barbarian running up there. It's got him a little nervous. So he's going to go ahead and take a crossbow shot at the barbarian that just hopped up there near his friend. Rolls a 16. I believe that hits you.
Yeah.
Okay. He then rolls damage. So you take 2 piercing damage from this. So you take a grazing blow from the bolt as he watches you run across and he goes, "Oh shit!" and he kind of like pulls it up and shoots at you, but it doesn't seem to land too much damage on you. Okay, that's that bandit. I think he is going to take his turn to kind of come up this way. And I'm going to say that was difficult terrain, so that would have doubled his move there to get up there. So he gets to be like right here. So that's where he moves to. It is now the acolyte's turn. The acolyte, seeing the barbarian spitting and screaming and hopping up the ledge, gets a little scared. You heard him earlier. He's not the bravest man. So he runs behind his smuggler friend here. And then he takes a look at the barbarian over there, and he wants to. Oh, what happened to all of his abilities? Wait. Oh, there we are. Oh, they didn't add any of this shit? God damn. Hang on. Sorry.
What was his name again? Ted or something?
Earl.
Earl.
Yeah. Sorry. So it didn't save his spells. But let me get this right here. So he's gonna cast a spell on you. And he's gonna cast what's called Sacred Flame. See if I can't drop that
Sacred
in there.
Flank.
Flame.
Oh, flame. Okay, so it's an attack spell. I figured if it was Sacred Flank, it would be like a defensive spell.
I'm betting on the latter. Real?
Doesn't want to let me add the fucking thing. God damn it, that sucks. Okay, so Sacred Flame. It's not loading anything. Roll 20. What happened? Oh my god, why? This is so frustrating. Okay, so he gets to cast Sacred Flame. I'm going to have to figure out what this actually does while I'm sitting here. So you need to make a dexterity save. The DC is 16. For you, McSwiggins.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just hesitating.
Save dexterity throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
Whoa! Okay, yeah. So you fail that pretty good. So you're gonna take 1d8 damage here. So I'm gonna have him just slash roll 1d8.
Jeez, man.
So you take 8 damage, not halved because it's fire. It's radiant damage. So you take the 8, and yeah.
Ooh.
So that's that.
Cool.
And I believe
Still alive.
that is the acolyte's turn. Yep. God, I'm so upset that the spells don't let me do what I want to do right now. I'm so upset. All right. It is now Desdin's turn.
All right. Well, closest one's this guy. Wherever they're that guy. So I'll go ahead with the quarterstaff.
All right.
Yeah, the guy right next to you?
Yep.
Okay, 22. Yeah, definitely hits. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Oh, why am I? Oh, yeah, because we added the thing.
Yeah. So technically, we take the second number here because that's the two-handed. Okay?
Okay.
So just because this one's bigger doesn't mean that's the one that you get.
Right.
If
That's
you're
fine.
wielding it two-handed. So you deal him 6 damage. So you wheel around and you smash him up in the face, and he instantly drops. Drops cold.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go for a. Oh man.
Wait, can he move and
Kinda
then
want-
bonus action on the captain here?
Yeah, he could still move in bonus.
Yeah. I want to save that. So.
Oh well.
I'm gonna
do
move
what
in bonus action. Unarmed strike.
Just a single one?
What do you mean single one?
You're not going to burn key to do
No.
flurry?
No.
Yeah, just asking. Go ahead. Yeah, 19 should hit. Yeah, it hits. 5 damage. Excellent. Yeah. So you run up and you come at this guy and you punch him, and he's like, "Ah, the hell is that?" Yeah. You punch him for 5. Real good. I believe that is Desdin's turn. Ignis, it is now your
All right.
turn.
I'm gonna use the acid again. Have another round. I'm buying.
Okay, excellent. So he needs to roll a dex save here. So go ahead and put your thing in the chat.
Acid. Give me a good one.
Put your thing in the chat.
7 damage. So he needs to roll his dex save.
Nope.
11. So he fails. So he takes another 7 damage. The acid burns at him, and he's very uncomfortable. He's kind of yelling at you, and he's like waving around his sword and his dagger. Yeah. So unless you're gonna move, I think that's your turn.
You know what? I will move around him.
Sure.
So that his back is to the guys down below. Let me just make sure. I mean, that should be proper move. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's like 20 feet. It's not.
Yep. You can make
It's
that
fine.
move.
Yeah, I'll just move around him.
Sure. So you move around the backside of him, and that is your turn.
Yep, that's it.
So this that bandit died, so we're gonna go ahead and remove him from the turn order. It is now Vathan's turn. Vathan, seeing that the front it seems to be taken care of in some form, turns around and is really, really nervous about handling 3 of these guys on his own back here. So he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna make a shot. God. I really don't want Vathan to die while he's not here. He's going to make a shot here.
Did he take a
That's
lot
what
of
he's-
damage or something? I forget.
Well, his wolf is already almost dead.
Oh, well, he's going to be sad to find his wolf dead when he comes back.
22. So he fires off a shot
Hey, man,
here at
we
this
took
at
your
this smuggler
character
down
for
here,
a ride and crashed it.
and then he deals that guy some damage. So he gets shot squarely in the arm while he's trying to reload his crossbow, and he kind of fumbles with the bolt. The wolf, he can't really do anything with the wolf right now, so the wolf's just going to stay and try to protect him. It is now the bandit captain's turn. He is fucking livid about this stupid gnome and his stupid acid. So he's going to go ahead and make all 3 attacks on you. So he's going to
Of
go
course he is.
scimitar,
That's one.
Ooh.
scimitar,
That's not
and
one.
dagger.
That's
yeah.
God dang it! Come on.
Okay, so he rolls the scimitar damage first. So he slashes at you with the scimitar for 6 damage, and then you kind of get out of the way of the second slash here. But the dagger seems to find its way
Oh my God.
into your armor.
I'm
So
almost
he
dead.
deals you a total of what is that? That's 11 plus 6, so 17 damage.
Yeah, I'm nearly dead. That's like I'm down to 4.
Yeah.
Better pop a potion.
Yeah, that's my whole action, and I kind of want to throw acid in his face again so that he doesn't kill me.
Well, I can safely tell you that the amount of acid damage you can do will not kill him on the next turn.
Oh, great. Okay.
So make
But
your
what
decision based on
about
that.
our
He does not look
company
hurt
monk?
at all. He doesn't look hurt. He's annoyed.
God.
Okay. All right. So that's that bandit captain. The next bandit down here is going to take a shot over at. I think he's going to maintain his shots. I think he's going to shoot Vathan. That's what he would do.
Good luck.
He'd shoot Vathan, which sucks, but he's going to do it.
Vathan,
So he's reloaded, and basically they're just taking pot shots. So actually, you know what he's going to do? He's going to move back here and try to find some cover. So he would have partial cover in this area here because of this column, and he's gonna take that crossbow shot at Vathan there. 15, I believe, hits. Yeah, just hits Vathan, and it deals him 6 piercing damage. Oh, let me go ahead and I want to track this up here. So 31 minus 6 is 25. Okay, so Vathan gets hit squarely in the arm while knocking another arrow, and it just, it's not having a good time so far. That is that bandit. The next bandit is this one here. He's fucking mad at Vathan about shooting him, so he's going to take a shot at Vathan. 18 is enough to hit. Deals 2 piercing damage to Vathan. So Vathan has just gotten hit twice now with these crossbow bolts, just these heavy bolts. And then this guy's going to start, he's smelling blood in the water. He's going to start walking up. I believe he's going to probably at least engage with the wolf here. He drops his crossbow and he draws his sword. The last bandit here is kind of going to do the same thing. He's going to shoot the crossbow again at Vathan. Because he's the primary target here. He's threatening with the wolf. He's shooting at them. He gets a crit.
Christ.
So he drops, what is that? 13 piercing damage on Vathan here. So that's, yeah, wow, okay. And he also approaches.
Well, we're dead.
Yeah, it's not looking super pretty for you guys. Yeah. So that's
one thing I can try to do.
That bandit, and now it is McSwiggins' turn. McSwiggins.
Oh, God. All right, I'm charging up to this guy
Go for it.
and swinging.
Swing away, my friend.
Oh,
23
for
definitely
thank
hits.
God.
Hit this guy. Come on, take him out. 12
Yes.
damage. You run up to him, and you, like, just in your rage, you cleave him in half. And he just splits apart. And we get this really cool shot, I think, of you running up, the axe dropping, watching his body split apart, and then just the terrified face of Earl behind the mask, just watching his friend just, like, split apart in front of him. I don't know, Rel just fell out.
Oh, no.
So he is dead.
Missed
Um,
my webcams.
May I take a bonus action to hit Acolyte with my unarmed strike?
You didn't move your full movement, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, you can take a step forward onto this split open dead body. And I'll go ahead and send him to the back here. There you go. So you're standing on top of him. Yeah, and you can take that unarmed strike against the 21 definitely hits. Yeah, cool. So you split this guy open and you take a step forward and you just sock the shit out of him, cracking the entire, like, bottom part of the mask, and just, like, and you see, like, a tooth go flying out along with the, like, this weirdly ornate mask that he's wearing.
Try to burn me!
You deal him a really fucking solid blow here. Yeah, cool. So McSwiggins, that is, I believe it's your turn, huh?
Yeah, that's
okay.
route.
Cool. So that bandit's dead now. Cool. So now it's the Acolyte's turn. Fun. I like how we get to do this back to back like this. So what he's gonna do? Oh, he panicked. So he really played this really wrong, which is awesome for you guys, I think. So he's panicking now. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna cast Cure Wounds on himself. Let me pull this up so I don't do it incorrectly. Yep, Cure Wounds. So he gets 1d8 plus the spellcasting ability modifier, which is Wisdom. So 1d8 plus 2. So here we go. We'll roll that. 1d8 plus 2. He heals up 7 here. And yeah. So that takes his action. So he's going to heal up 7. He's basically exactly where he was before. But he is panicking. So what he does is he attempts to run away. Yeah. He's gonna basically run to this other smuggler over here. You do get an attack of opportunity on him.
Can I be my axe?
It is your axe, yes.
Oh yeah.
16. Yep, that's enough to hit. 17
Damn.
damage. Yeah. You know what? He takes half a step and then just again, as he turns away, splits open, this time horizontally, and we watch it like slide in half and watch the legs like hit the ground here, and then like the body kind of just slide down the steps as it continues. He is very dead. Very, very dead. You killed Earl.
Good job.
Are we getting did
Ripping
someone heard from
pepperonis,
Rel? Are we getting Rel back?
Windows is installing updates.
Oh Jesus, really?
Yeah.
I
what he said.
That is. What are you gonna do? All right. Well, we're gonna keep rolling then. We'll roll until his turn. Desdin, it is now your turn, my friend.
All right, guys.
You have Vathan behind you in some dire straits. Your gnome friend is also. It's looking pretty rough here. Welcome back, Rel. I think. Oh, he's loading in.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Great.
Welcome.
Yep.
let me go
Okay.
back up.
So, Desdin, it is your turn
All right,
to decide what
for
you're going to do.
For my key things, I get those as a bonus action after I attack, or
Which key points are you like? Which ability are you talking about?
oh no, it would be my ability. It would be my attack.
Your flurry of blows.
We're gonna do Fist of Unbroken Air.
Ah, okay.
On the
So-
captain.
So go ahead and so you can click that into the chat by clicking the little bubble next to Fist of Unbroken Air when you highlight it. So just so it shows up here. So you create a blast of compressed air that strikes like a mighty fist. It spends 2 key points, and you choose a creature within 30 feet. They must make a strength save. On fail, they take 3d10 bludgeoning, plus 1d10 bludgeoning for each additional key point you spend. You can only spend 2 here, so that's what that is. Then you can push them 20 feet away and knock it prone. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage, and you don't knock it prone. I believe we set this up. Yeah, so it's a DC 12. So go ahead and click it in the in your attacks and spell casting as well. That told me what it did. Now I need to beat a DC 12 strength save, or he takes 12 damage. Okay. So this is the captain, correct? The
Yep.
Okay. DC 12 strength save.
Oh, please don't make it. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, he just misses it. So he I'm assuming you're hitting him exactly where you're at and trying to knock him the other way.
Yep.
Okay, so he takes 12 damage here, which puts him down to that. And you knock him 20 feet away. Is that right? Up to 20 feet. Yeah, do you want to push him 20 feet?
Yep.
Is he gonna like clip onto this ledge, or?
I mean, he'll hit, if that's within 20 feet. I'm checking it now. Yeah, so he'll like slam into this ledge here.
Yeah, 20 feet.
So you push him, you kick him, or you use this compressed air and you slam it into him, and you send him flying backwards into this wall, and he's prone on the ground right now. Basically, the wind has been thoroughly knocked out of him. I believe prone is that one. There we go. So he is prone. He's on the ground.
And then can I run over to him, or is my movement done?
No. So that wasn't your move. That was just your action.
Then I'm just gonna run over there.
Oh, there we go.
Sure. Yeah. You approach him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good. At least make him take an attack of opportunity if he wants to attack me. Oh my god.
Okay. So Desdin, that is your turn here, my friend.
I'm the
I
bodyguard.
I don't think you can use.
So
I'm gonna check real quick because I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna check real quick to see if you can use the unarmed strike when you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon. Yeah, I'm saying.
I don't think it counts as a.
It's not. It's not. It's like casting a spell, so it's not the same. Okay.
Yeah. I
So
wasn't
that's what
even thinking
we'll treat it as. I just wanted to check I'm not like jipping you out of any damage here, because it's gonna be a pretty tight fight, I think. So that's Desdin's turn. So now it is Ignas's turn here.
Okay. One sec. There we go. Okay, I wanted to make sure I got the cams back up. Everything's messed up now. I had to restart.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do? I want to live. That's what I want to do. So I'm guessing that the spaces like here and here are 5-foot high walls.
Yeah. So along these ledges here are like 5 feet from here, and so I with the 21 you would have made it anyways, but I would say this is probably 10 feet up then.
Oh, all right.
Because it's two sets of stairs here. So.
Well, let's see. What's his movement range? What's the captain's movement range?
You don't know.
Dang it.
Would you have known that?
No, probably not. Let's see. Where do I want to move then? Let's see, 20. You know what I could do is I could just move up here because that would be 25.
If you pass your athletics check, yes.
What do you mean? I'd be using the stairs.
Oh, okay. How are
15,
you?
20, 25.
Okay.
You know this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
15 to... you got to be on the stairs, so 20 to 25.
That's too far anyway. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you can't, like, you'd have to jump up on the stairs, so I'm still making you make that check if you wanted to do it that way. And then it's still another 5 feet there, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna... Wait, how far would I be able to move with 25? Like here? Or here?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah, so like here. If you don't want to make a check, like here.
Okay. Well, they can attack me either way. Okay, so I'll move there then, and I will pop a potion. Or actually, wait, can I cast Cure Light Wounds on myself? Wait a minute, let me.
Do you have Cure Light Wounds? Then yes.
I believe I do. Let me just double check and see what the difference in healing is.
I believe Cure Light Wounds gets your modifier as well. So.
Yeah, I don't have a modifier, so
for your spellcasting?
Well, it's what's my modifier?
Probably intelligence.
Oh, well then it would be better.
Let me check. Pretty sure it's intelligence.
It does say 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Yep. Let me check what that is.
Okay. You know, I just realized I could have used Disguise Self on myself to turn myself into myself, but without the blood.
Sure. Sure.
I like that that's where your brain, like...
Yeah.
Well, I was looking at my spell list trying to think, can I use any of this to my advantage?
Yeah.
And then just...
So here, you know what? Let me see your character
yourself
sheet.
into the golden eagle guy from the
Yeah, or anybody else.
Yeah. You already have it. You already have it set up.
You gotta turn yourself into his boss and confuse him.
No, I couldn't because I don't know. What...
Oh yeah, you don't know what it looks like.
Boss, what do I say to boss?
That would have been great.
Or turn yourself into him. That would have been funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I mean your whole spellcasting ability is on your player sheet right now. You already have it. So.
Okay. So it would use my intelligence. So if I used it, I would be able to do 1d8 plus 4.
I'm gonna try something real quick. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can just click on Cure Wounds.
Oh.
And select level 1 because that's the slots you have.
Right.
And it'll auto roll it.
Okay.
Because it already takes into account the modifier and everything.
All right, then I will just do Cure Light Wounds instead of a spell because at least then I get...
Cure Wounds is a spell.
Sorry, Cure Light Wounds instead of a potion.
Okay.
Because at least then I'm guaranteed to not get a 1. Or at least I'm not guaranteed to get a...
Sure.
I'm guaranteed to not get a 1 and have it be a 1. It will
Sure.
have a modifier. Let's go. I can't see. There we go, 7.
And then go ahead and mark down one of your spell slots for the day.
Yeah, brings me up to 11. Hey, no. Brings me up to 11. There we go. Oh, boy. Okay. Spell slots. How do I do that? Oh, there we go. Slots remaining, 1.
Yep, 1 remaining for the day. And I believe that's your full turn.
Yep.
Okay. It is now
Jamie.
Vathan's turn. He is in
Vathan
a bad spot here. But I think what he's gonna do, yeah, 20 and then yeah. I think that's exactly what he's gonna do. Is he's gonna come here, run up this direction because he didn't have there's no attack opportunity here because the wolf was creating space for him. And he's up here now, running past Erdrick, and he's going to take a shot here again. He wants to finish this off and try to get some damage off the table here. So what he's going to do, he's going to shoot his longbow again. Oh, geez, I need to be paying attention to his arrows. 7 damage. Yeah, so he kills this guy pretty handily. Arrow buries into his chest. And he kills him. He's the last 5 of his movement to get behind this pillar here. He also I need to keep track of his arrows. He has shot 1, 2, 3, 4 in this fight already. Yeah, 4 in this fight, and then 2 in the previous one, so 6. Okay. That works. So that is his turn. And he has his wolf kind of come over here and be in the middle. Between Ignas himself and this remaining bandit. Yeah, I think that's Vathan's whole turn. How much health does he have? Okay, yeah, he had to take the shot. Yeah, so now it's the bandit captain's turn. He is prone, but he is able to get up using half of his movement here. So he is no longer prone. He just gets up. And he is facing down the monk now. He is back against the wall, and he is just snarling and raging. And he wants to hit the monk. So he's gonna make all 3 attacks at the monk here.
I'm praying for you.
16, 15,
Fuck.
and a 20. Do all of those hit?
2 of them hit, first and last.
Okay, so first scimitar hits. 8 slashing damage, and oh, whoops, that's ranged dagger. Does that change? +5, 1d4 plus. No, it does the same damage. It's fine. Okay, there it is. So you take a total of 13 damage from the captain here.
All right.
Okay, that's his full turn here. He is now focused on trying to take out this guy that just shoved him across the entire room.
Crap! I got to move a little bit forward to hit him with more acid.
So this bandit here, here, let me go ahead and highlight him. He kind of peeks around this way. Actually, you know what? He takes a step sideways here. He saw the absolute carnage that was up here, and so he's going to try to take out this barbarian. He thinks his captain's got the monk pretty well in hand. So he's going to make a crossbow shot at the dwarf over there. So he's going to roll that. 6, yeah. So maybe he's a little maybe the captain calls out, "Hey, get that dwarf!" And he kind of swings around because he was so focused on Vathan, and then he kind of just looses the shot a little early and doesn't seem to get anything done with it. This bandit is dead. This bandit is alive. This bandit here. Oh, this sucks.
Wait, shouldn't there only be 2?
Wait, there's a bandit here.
Yeah.
And a bandit here.
Where? I can't see. No, there isn't. So there's only 2, right?
There are 2 alive on the field, yes.
Right, okay.
Captain.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So he's gonna attack the wolf. It's right in front of him. If he tries to go around it, he's gonna take attacks from 2 people. He's gonna be like, all right, this wolf looks hurt. It's in my way. He's gonna go ahead and make his attack on the wolf here.
No. Ooh.
8. Which misses the wolf. The wolf kind of dodges out of the way, leaps backward a little bit, and snarls at him. And he kind of snarls back and kind of takes another yeah with his scimitar there. You know what I mean? So that's that bandit. So McSwiggins, you're up, my friend. Go ahead and mark your rage.
I was like, where am I? Oh yeah, I'm on a corpse.
Yeah. You just killed both those dudes last turn. So
yeah, dude.
you tell me what you're doing. So
how
be
easy
careful.
can
Be
I-
careful here. You'd have to go sideways, right? So you can either run
so
down the
it'd be
stairs,
10,
or you can go here and then here
uh,
and then over, or something like that.
5,
Dude,
10,
can you just jump off the
15,
ledge and body
20,
slam the captain?
25, 15, 20,
Uh,
20. I could make
He
it
could
here.
try. He could try if he wanted to.
I'm not gonna do that. You kidding me? Last time I fucked with the captain, it did not go well. Bless you, Stella.
Yeah.
So how are you moving?
I
Can
think
you
what
point
I'm
it out to
gonna
me
do
again?
is 5, 10,
Can you
15,
attack
20,
the captain from here?
20. Wait, no, wait. I'm sorry. Hang on. Sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Can you attack the captain from here?
If I could attack,
he'd be able to.
yeah, I'd be able to do that.
The
or
captain
attack.
is over 5 feet tall, and these walls are just just about 5 feet tall in this area. So
Okay.
you'd have to get down a little bit, but you're short, so it wouldn't make much of a difference.
Fuck with this guy over here.
You can do whatever you want if you can reach him.
Now, does this make sense though? 5,
Yeah.
10,
10,
15, 20,
15,
25.
25. Yeah, you have 25 of a move?
He can't get to the other dwarf.
Try. I can do diagonal now.
Um,
Can I attack like this?
Yeah, but he's here.
Oh, I'm seeing him here. Wait, I'm seeing him here.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, he's 1 square below that.
Okay, that's why I was confused. All right.
Yeah,
so
no,
then,
I'm sorry.
So you're saying I could attack the captain from where
Yeah,
I would be?
yeah. I would. It's not disadvantage. It's a regular attack.
Oh, it's just a regular attack. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah, go for it. 24. Yeah, that
Nice.
definitely hits.
Nice.
16 damage. The smuggler captain here is fully focused on trying to take out this monk, and he doesn't notice this big ass axe biting into his shoulder until it's way too late, dealing him 16 damage. He is reeling from that blow.
And then can I take my bonus action to just
Yes, you can.
whack him in the head?
You can try to
Gonna
bop
bop
him in
him?
the head.
Bonk on the head.
Yeah, that is just enough to hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 7 more damage. So as the axe is like buried in his shoulder, you kind of just take one of your hands off it and just like give him a nice big pop right on the head. Picking up the field mice, bopping him on the head. So there you go. Yeah, you've dealt him a serious blow in this round.
okay,
Yeah,
this guy has to be way
excellent.
above our levels if he's still not dead.
He's fucking. He's toughy.
Well, I just did 23 alone, so that's
I did how much? I've attacked him twice.
insane.
Yeah, and I did something like 12 total acid damage.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
That
He's
was
a-
We're
he's a-
saying
fun.
he's tough.
He's
Were we
in
not meant to
charge
fight this,
of
by
a
the way?
contingent of smugglers. He's a tough guy.
Were we not meant to fight this?
Who's
I don't
to
know.
say, really?
Well, actually, no, I take that back. You planned with particular stats for the enemies, so I'm guessing you were anticipating that something might happen.
I always anticipate every possibility.
Good, great.
Good deed should.
I
Yeah.
hope you're planning
You-
for my death.
Like the previous smugglers you interacted with, you could have fought them too.
Yeah.
So it happens.
Should've.
Okay, that is McSwiggins' turn.
Yes, sir.
Desdin, it is now your turn.
Right. Same old song and dance.
Kill him, kill him, kill him.
19 is enough to hit. Yep.
Nice.
You deal
nice.
5
Five.
damage.
Fun
Yep.
damage.
So minimum damage there, but you still deal 5. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to start just using it one-handed. Jeez. And
Why would you will it
Ooh.
to
Yeah, I
if
missed
it's
that
that bad?
Yeah, that's a wild miss there.
No.
So you hit him upside the head, but you don't seem to be able to. Maybe your hand gets like caught on the axe blade that's still buried in his shoulder, and you kind of clang off of it as you kind of come around to punch him in the head. So you miss him. So
Darn.
he's
I saw that
alive
going
for the moment. He's alive for the moment.
Crap.
Ignis, it is now your turn.
Okay. Real quick question. Among our party members right now, who has the least health? Besides me.
Probably me at 3.
Vathan has
3?
10. The wolf has 6.
I have
I
4.
don't care about the wolf. Wait, the monk has 3?
I have 4. McSwiggins has 3. But you've already given him a potion too.
Yeah.
Well, we already rested though, so I mean that's a
No,
thing.
we didn't
though.
rest.
No, we didn't rest since that.
We didn't rest.
Yeah, potions are not going to be a thing.
I want to let you know, I did ask if you wanted to short rest, and you said you would press on. So
I am aware of that.
just as a heads up.
Who pressed?
So can't give out potions without walking over to you, which I don't want to do because he's just going to turn to me and start swinging again. But
I'm pretty sure he's looking at me.
Yeah. I want to use my last cure light wounds on one of you guys. So, well, let me put it this way: do you think that the captain is going to who do you think the captain is going to attack next turn?
Me, since
Probably
I'm in front of
Desdin.
him.
Yeah, that's
So he'd
probably
have to
true.
get up on the ledge to attack.
Yeah, I say cure him.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over. Say, let's see, how far can I go? Let's say I go up here. Can I do that, or would I have to like go around and then?
You have to go around the column.
Okay, so let's say I go 5 and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Uh-huh.
It brings me up there, so that's fine.
What are you intending to do?
Why
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
you just...
move up here and then cast Cure Light Wounds.
Cure Wounds is a touch spell.
Can you do it from that?
Dang it.
Yeah. I thought
Okay.
you were going to walk down to him.
All right, let me.
You can always stand right behind me.
That's true. I would stand right behind you, but then again, he would still be able
Does
to
the
walk around
bandit
you and
down
hit
there
me.
get an attack?
You know what? Screw it. Who dares wins? I'll do it.
What?
What do you
Cure Light Wounds on you.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Give
Go
me a
ahead and
sec.
cast it like you did before.
Yep. Pull it off. Gonna be awesome. 7.
7. All right. Doesn't you heal 7?
Not
You
great,
feel
but it's respectable.
this small gnome hand touch you on the back, and a warmth radiate through you. You feel slightly better.
If this were football, it'd be a butt pat. Go get him.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Is that your turn, Ignis?
I think it has to be because I think that's all I can do.
I believe so.
Yep.
All right, it is now Vathan's turn. Vathan pops out from behind this this column here and takes a shot at this smuggler here. Longbow.
Again, hoping on good rolls.
11. Does that hit? No, it does not. The arrow barely misses the smuggler here. And I think he's going to hold that spot for now. The wolf is going to stay there, and I believe that is Vathan's
The wolf can't just attack at all.
turn. So in
Use
higher
his action
levels,
to-
Yeah.
Vathan will be able to take a shot with his bow, and the wolf will be able to take an action.
Right,
As
but
of
the
right
wolf
now-
can, like defend itself.
What do you mean defend?
I mean, it's not going to fight back at all. Like
So
it's being attacked.
I understand, and it
Yeah.
is currently in combat, but he cannot make an attack unless Vathan tells him to.
Ah,
It takes a full action at this level for the wolf to do anything. It takes Vathan's action.
ah. Oh, that's
Okay, and the wolf can do many things, but it takes Vathan's action. I've been making the choice, playing Vathan, that he should do damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. I get
So
it.
that's Vathan's turn. The wolf is not going to move, so he doesn't incur an attack of opportunity. It is now the bandit captain's turn. The bandit captain is wide-eyed and panicking mostly in this. He is super hurt. He's bleeding out of many places. The axe being ripped out of his shoulder. Large wounds everywhere.
We will always accept surrender.
You could have used your action to ask for that.
Yeah, but then I couldn't heal the monk, and I would have to roll a charisma check, which would not work.
That's, I mean, your choice. You're going to kill them all. So he's going to make his 3 attacks again, just trying to do something here against Desdin. So he's going to make the
Oh, come
2
on.
scimitar attacks here
Jesus.
and the 1 dagger attack.
Oh my
God.
fucking god.
So,
Ugh.
we'll do it this way. We'll do it this way. Tell me when you go down. Okay. So scimitar, first scimitar. Okay. Second scimitar. Are you still up?
Down.
Down. Okay. So you're now down. I'm going to give you a marker. You're not dead because you get to start making death saves, but I'm going to give you the skull and crossbones to make that clear. Seeing this, seeing how his 2 scimitar attacks have taken down the monk, he steps onto the monk's fallen body, or attempts to. McSwiggins.
Yeah.
The captain has moved away from you.
Okay.
It incurs an attack of opportunity if you would like to take it.
Oh, I would love to. We should put the guinea pig down.
A good one. Oh, that's a good one.
It hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh.
So, as the previous 2 before you, they don't even get the chance to walk away. And he sees the gnome, his dagger out, and he's looking to finish the job after putting Desdin on the ground. But your axe quickly cleaves off his head, since you're about head height with him where you're standing. So his head rolls onto the ground, and the captain has been slain.
Nailed it.
Okay. So that is the bandit
Only
captain.
took a little bit of sacrifice.
Now it is this bandit's turn here.
Oh, thank God.
He's watching his captain die. He begins to panic a little bit, but he sees how everyone is wounded, and he's like, maybe to himself, he's thinking, I can be the hero here. I can be the new captain.
I'm gonna be
And
the boss.
Yeah. So
Boss,
yeah,
I'm the
boss. Am I gonna be the boss? So he steps forward to where this raging dwarf has just swung his axe straight through his former captain's head, and he's going to make a scimitar attack here against the dwarf. He deals. Oh, it's an attack of 5. No, he misses wildly. Maybe he like fumbles a little bit with the scimitar trying to bring it out, and he's like, because he in his brain he's like, I can do this. I can, and then he just like, his sword sticks in the sheath or something like that, and he can't even get it out in time. So that's that bandit's
I
move.
was just to say, I love how real live tweets are D&D sessions.
I wish I could. You guys need to see my second monitor here. It is a fucking mess. It is. There's so many things going on. So anyway, so this bandit here,
I got excited
the one in,
at that last 15.
the one in front of the wolf here is he's frustrated, and he's going to take a swing at the wolf again. So he swings his scimitar. An 11, I believe, is still not enough to hit. Yeah, I know. He misses the wolf again. The wolf snarls back at him, hackles raised, ears forward, and or ears pulled back, and he seems to be dodging pretty swiftly out of the way of a lot of these blows here. McSwiggins, it is now your turn again.
Oh, brother.
You have 6 more turns of rage left.
I'm gonna swing at this dwarf right now.
Yeah, 16 is enough to hit. Go ahead. 15
Oh.
damage. Holy shit.
Jesus.
So
man.
as this guy so I just imagine it. I can see it. He's thinking to himself, we're getting the like, I can do this, and like the sword sticks in the sheath, and as your axe continues through the skull of his captain, you look up at him, all the rage in your eyes, and you just continue the swing, and it just cuts him from the bottom left to the top right and just slices him straight open. You have split another person in 2. With your fucking giant axe.
Just another day at the office, boys.
Yeah, you are blood slicked, and it feels good in your rage. It feels real good. So much so, in fact, I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Now he's going to be our enemy.
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he crits it. I'm so excited. Okay. I've been waiting for this. You've had a rough day. You had a rough night. You didn't sleep well. But the blood and the rage and the fighting, it all comes back to you, and it feels so good. Being on the precipice of death once again and fighting to save your newfound friends, it all feels so good. And you feel as you cleave through this one of the last remaining smugglers in front of you. You feel this pulsing in the back of your mind, and in your mind's eye, you see this small gold orb that you saw in your dream get a little bigger. And that's the end of your turn. Anyway.
I like where this is going.
So it is, we go through your turn. Your rage is down one more turn there. Desdin, please make a death saving throw for me. So that's one fail. All right, that is one fail for Desdin. Go ahead and mark that bad boy down. Ignis, it is now your turn.
So did Desdin get a healing potion last time, or was that
It was me.
I think McSwiggins is the only one that's
I'm
had
the
a
only
healing
one
potion
that
today.
took a healing potion.
Okay, well, you know what? Screw these death saves. I'm gonna just stick a healing potion down the monk's throat.
Sure, you pull out a healing potion, you kneel on the ground and you tip it up, pulling the stopper out, and you like massage his throat and make sure he swallows every last good drop. So go ahead and roll for that.
Let's see if it's covered in blood.
Yeah, right.
It is not.
Everything. No, good. A nice 7. Desdin, you wake up, bottle in your mouth again. It seems familiar from once before, and the gnome again standing over you, caressing your throat, saying, "Yes, yes, my monk, swallow this." You're alive.
Fucking put words in my mouth.
Like you put all of that juice in his mouth. Yeah. Anyways, so Desdin, you're no longer unconscious. But you are still laying on the ground. And yeah, you're alive. You're fine. It is now Vathan's turn. Vathan here is he begins yelling out, says, "Can I get some help over here?" And he's gonna go ahead. Oh my god, I need to keep. I'm not keeping enough track of his arrows here. He has that many left. Yeah. So he's gonna go ahead and take another longbow shot at this stupid dwarf. See if he can't hit him. 14. Oh, it's enough. Awesome. So he hits them for 9 damage, deals a solid blow. The smuggler takes it to the shoulder just around the heart area. It's not enough to kill him, but fuck, that hurt. And he leaves the wolf in the same place there to protect him. And now it is the bandit's turn. So the bandit, hurt, scared, watching his friends die around him, takes a quick glance around the room and notices that he is the last one alive. And he is going to let's make a roll for it. I'm gonna roll a 1d3 here to decide what he is going to do. Okay.
Either surrender, run, or keep fighting.
1. Yeah, a 1 is run. So he's going to attempt to run from the wolf and try to get out this direction. He's going to try to lift the door lock and get out. But before he does that, the wolf gets an attack of opportunity on him. Oh, did I just click that? Oh, I accidentally clicked his initiative. I'm sorry. So he gets his bite attack here. The bite is an 11. The smuggler's class is 12. Nope. So the wolf lunges out to try to bite him, but the smuggler, in his haste, has swiftly made his way down here and starts trying to push the lock off on his own. He's gonna make a strength check for that to see if he can do it. An 8. Nope. He doesn't seem to be able to lift the heavy wooden beam that blocks this door at this point in time. So that is his turn.
Oh, so that's where we came in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys didn't get to see that because when I brought the map up, you were already in the middle of the room. But yeah, that's the way you came in is the way that he's at. So yeah, McSwiggins, it is your turn. You have 5 more turns of rage left.
I legit don't even see where he went. I think I'm obstructed by the pillar.
It's possible.
He's far enough away that there's no way you
Yeah.
can get to him this turn.
Yeah, you might be able to throw a javelin.
Yeah. If you want to.
I'm just gonna run. Take a little rage trip, huh? Take a little trip, boys. 1, 2, 3, 4. There he is. And
Yep, and you can get one more down the stairs there.
and that's it.
You're out of range for the javelin. 35 feet.
Like, geez.
Let's find out. Javelin.
No, it's
30. You can make it with disadvantage if you'd like.
mm,
It's up to you. You don't have to make an attack.
nah.
But if you don't make an attack, your rage falls off.
Oh, that's right. I have to fucking do that.
Mm-hmm.
Might
Yeah,
well.
I'll toss the javelin then.
Sure. Toss it with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
18. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely enough
all
to
right.
hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Nice. Yeah, so you pull out one of these javelins off your back and you just like Olympian throw it, and it just it goes straight through and bursts out his chest and pins him into the door. So he is just now where he was trying to lift it, he is now pinned into the door. So yeah, he dies. Right
Hell
then.
yeah.
Ow.
McSwiggins has been an absolute monster in this fight.
I can't believe we
slaying-
survived that.
Slaying kids left and right. You guys are now out of what appears to be immediate danger. The amount of time that has passed right now, it's all under a minute. All of this happens in under a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, so remember, a full round of battle is 6 seconds. McSwiggins' rage only lasts a minute. So it's all been under a minute. Maybe
Wow.
even 30 seconds. Like,
So-
it flew by.
Here's another way of looking at this. We are apparently so badass that despite the fact that I botched the surprise attack, we still managed to kill all these guys in under a minute.
And then you resurrected me too.
And I resurrected you.
Yeah, it's all good. You guys are now out of immediate danger. So McSwiggins, your rage falls off here.
I'd like to go grab my javelin.
Yeah, go ahead and grab your javelin. I'm gonna have Vathan pick up the amount of arrows that he spent here. He gets half back, so I believe that gives him 4 more. Okay. Cool. That's that. Vathan walks over to his wolf companion and casts Cure Wounds on him. Spells. Oh, he had Hunter's Mark the whole time and I didn't even use it. I'm so bad. Sorry, guys. I could have done more damage in this. I didn't even think about it. So he heals him 8 damage or 8 health, putting the wolf back up to full. Yeah, I should have used Hunter's Mark. I'm super sorry. Didn't even think about it.
It's all good. You were playing 9 characters at the same
Yeah,
time?
it's a lot of it. It gets to be a lot. Sorry. But you did it. You did it. And no one died. I'm happy the person that wasn't here didn't die. Everything worked out. But so now you're here, and now in the quiet of the after moments, you're coming out of your rage. Desdin is just getting up off the ground. Ignis is helping him. So I think as Vathan casts this spell, he also he's gonna make a perception check here.
The orcs that were coming behind us.
An 8. He's focused on his wolf. So nothing. You guys are just in the room now.
All right. Well, the door is still barred. So I would assume that
Currently.
if they were here and they did hear all that commotion, then they would
Does
be
it have
pounding on said door.
Does it have a javelin sticking out the other side of it with blood dripping off?
You don't know.
I think it's a thick ass.
The javelin is buried solidly into the door, but you don't know how far it protrudes. He also removed the javelin to take it back here. So
Oh, okay.
the javelin is no longer there.
So
There's a
there's
hole in the
door.
There's a hole in the door. If you want to take,
Is
you want to
that
take a.
thin? Damn.
If you want to, no. You threw it that hard.
I mean,
You're a monster with 18 strength. You threw it through a man and through a thick wooden door. Well done. The rule of cool applies here. So yeah, there's a hole in the door now. If you want to take a gander through it.
I'm gonna sit on the floor on the ground.
as
For
I
a
grab
while.
my javelin, I'll take a quick peek.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Silently amused with myself.
Perception check.
Oh, shit.
17. Nice. You're fine. Just take the first number.
Yeah,
17 is good.
I took.
So you look out the little eye hole there, like admiring your handiwork, and as you look out there, you swear you can see movement on the edge of your vision. You're not necessarily sure what it is, so you take a moment to listen.
Edge is as though it's like kind of my peripheral, or what would be my peripheral.
Edge of like your dark vision out into the night, out into the darkness.
I was like, are they like chilling behind the door?
No. So, excuse me. At the edge of your vision being the distance.
Got it. Okay.
So they're at the far edge of your dark vision.
Got it.
So minimum 60 feet away from this door. And so you take a moment to listen, and you hear the same like heavy footfalls, and it starts to get a little louder and stuff like that. What do you do?
I turn to the party and say, "Hey, boys, we should keep moving."
How much time do we have?
I think actually at this point we're at 10:30 tonight.
Yeah,
that's a good point as any to stop.
Well,
you're alive. You're all hurt. But there's some pressure to figure out what's going on for not next week, because we're not here next week. The week after. So make sure all your sheets represent the current health that you're at, your current everything. If you're missing rages, if you're missing spell slots, all of that stuff, make sure it's representative. And this is where we're gonna end for the night, with you guys defeating this what are these? The opal daggers. This contingent of them in this warehouse, and with McSwiggins having heard the previously avoided group in the caverns.
So
you came from.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Next week.
I hope you do know how much time we have, because like I have plans that depend on either us having a lot of time or other plans that's for if we don't have a lot of time.
Do you mean
who are you asking?
Do you mean time in between the orcs coming to the door?
Yeah, exactly. Like if the orcs are coming to the door, then we don't have a lot of time. Therefore, we get the heck out of there. But if we do have a lot of time, then I have other ideas.
Say we get the heck out of here.
Who are you asking?
Just I'm asking our illustrious DM basically that.
I'm not going to tell you how much time you have.
No,
what?
I'm just asking. Do you know? Yes or no?
Do I know how much time it takes?
Dude.
Okay, great. That's all I need to know.
Assume he knows everything. Yeah, assume he knows everything.
I know how much time it takes. I know what they've seen. I've been paying attention to when they walked back and saw the scouts in the hole and the ones that you killed, and how they turned around and retraced their steps to track you. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm getting
yes.
Just chalk it up to the blood loss.
Okay. Do I know? Yes. Do I? Okay. If I don't know, I'll find out.
Okay. And never mind. You know what? I'm gonna ask next time.
It's fine. We're gonna go ahead and pause the craziness here, I think.
Okay.
Do we guys want to do?
Oh, I'm at how much?
You have not rested.
Oh, true.
So yeah, let me go ahead and mark down what you fought today, because you have not rested, so you do not gain experience. There was the 4 orc scouts, and then there was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smugglers,
and then Earl.
Yep, 5 smugglers. Earl the acolyte.
Yep.
And the smuggler captain. Yeah, you're due a big pinch of experience points at your next rest. But that is not tonight. So sucks. But yeah, I think that's where we'll leave it. If you guys have any other questions or anything that you want to ask right now, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm gonna start closing stuff up here.
Really? I mean, I'm kind of desperate to like put plans into action, but I guess I gotta wait another 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah. So for those of you in chat or watching this later, we will not be playing next week due to Thanksgiving, and some people being out of town. We got to figure out what's up with Latana, and hopefully he'll be back 2 weeks from now.
I did not realize it was Thanksgiving next week. I
Yeah,
can't believe
man,
it's almost
time has
December.
flown by.
I'm gonna
Jesus.
be.
I feel like it was like last week I was playing
like-
stupid, scary games
Yeah.
for Halloween. Like, that was last fucking week to me, man. So it's been flying. Anyways, so we're gonna be back. I guess that puts us the last week of November. The 29th will be the next time that we play, unless any of you guys are out of town or need to let me know about that. But that's what we'll plan on.
Sounds
And
good to me.
it's been a blast. So Rob, you want to give a couple shout outs here before we close up?
Oh, sure. My name is Rob. I am one half of Bonus Stage Heroes. The other half, Rich and I, make videos on Bonus Stage Heroes. YouTube.com/Bonus Stage Heroes, actually. Sorry. You can find me everywhere at Bonus Stage Heroes except for Twitter, where it's just Bonus Stage Hero because character limits are cool.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Couch?
Yeah, I'm the TheCouchBum. That guy. You've heard of me.
You probably have heard of him if you've been on my channel at all, ever. So
Yeah, because I'm
yes,
always on his streams. Anyways,
it's true.
you can find me at youtube.com/TheCouchBum and at twitch.tv/TheCouchBum and at Facebook/TheCouchBum. Everything TheCouchBum. Except for Twitter,
excellent.
which is TheCouchBumJ.
Changing it up.
No,
All right,
the
Rel?
regular CouchBum was taken.
Okay, well, first of all, I made a little note to myself in my bio of what to do when we get back, just in case I forget what
Sure.
happened.
This again, why I fully suggest getting notebooks and taking some goddamn notes.
Well,
I don't know how to write.
I don't take notebooks.
Fucking
I use
players,
Notepad
man.
on my computer. Anyway,
Fucking players, man.
All up here in the noggin.
Anyway, I'm Rel. You can find me at youtube.com/RelPlays, on Twitch at twitch.tv/RelPlays, and on Twitter at twitter.com/@Rel Let's Play. Let's see. I usually do Let's Plays, as obvious. I do reviews every other week, soon to be every week, because I got picked up by a particular group called Esports Versatility Esports.
Ooh.
So they're gonna, provide me with games and whatnot. Although, not new releases. It's not that
Must
fancy
be nice.
of a group. Not that fancy of a group, yeah. Anyway, so yeah. If you feel like laughing, come by and check out my channel.
Awesome. I am your DM and host, Joel, from Runaway Robot. That's YouTube/Runaway Robot. Runaway Robot Gaming on Twitch, and at Runaway Robot YT on Twitter. Basically just stream right now. I need to get back on my Let's Play game, but other than that, it's been fun. It's been good. And thanks for playing tonight, guys. And hopefully we'll see each other in 2 weeks. And I think that's it. So
Bye,
later.
everybody.